their car this morning, so just want to stay ahead of the changing conditions. Beautiful day in Las Vegas for some racing. Let's get the command.
Las Vegas Motor Speedway, here to say the most famous words in motorsports. Please welcome star of Paramount Plus series, lineman Jacob Laughlin.
Las Vegas Motor Speedway, are we ready? All right. On behalf of Wild Protein Snacks and myself, drivers, start your engines!
All right, in a city built on odds, drivers are going to spend 267 laps trying to beat them. It's wide open racing from Las Vegas Motor Speedway when we come back to Green Flag.
My Texas beach on these roads. We're gonna get back. That's where Straight Talk Wireless comes in. Straight Talk's always been the same price since it started back in 2009. And they always offer free 5G phones for new and existing customers on America's most reliable 5G network. Straightforward prices.
And no potholes. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises. Official partner of NASCAR. Wow, Allie, you're obsessed with Olive Garden's tender braised beef tortelloni. And we're obsessed with your 5-paragraph petition demanding its return. Fan favorites are back for a limited time, starting at $12.99. Unlike that petition, it won't go on forever.
With all due respect, the latest advances in technology, mankind's most effective tools haven't changed a bit. Effort in our own two hands. MKC knives are built that way.
All right, we're good. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're good. All right. What is going on, everybody? This is Chase fan number 9 here. Welcome to another live stream today. The NASCAR Xfinity Series will race in Las Vegas at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the race, which is simply known as the LiUNA. I'm surprised they don't call it the LiUNA 300. Well, oh well. Stages 1 and 2 are both 45 laps. The final stage is 110 laps. Should be a good race today. Haas Factory team driver Sam Mayer's on the pole. His teammate Sheldon Creed starts third. Kyle Larson's in the 88 today, starting second. Sammy Smith starts fourth. Then you have Brandon Jones, Taylor Gray, Jesse Love, Raja Caruth, Justin Allgaier, and Jeremy Clements rounding out your top 10. William Sawant starting 14th. Cole Larson, Custer, Zilscher are the 3 Cup guys in this field. Custer driving the 0 for Green Light Racing, I think. So can't wait to see what he does. My top pick today is Carson Kvapil. Hope he can get it done today. Showed a lot of speed last week at Phoenix. Almost won. Can't wait to see what he has in store. There's actually 4 Cup guys. There's actually 4 Cup guys in this field. The other is Chase Briscoe in 23rd. It goes all the way back to Josh Bilicki. Mike Snyder unfortunately failed to qualify, which is kind of a shock that they did, but that's just how it is.
Whether you're renovating that swimming pool or building a brand new one, at Trademark Pool and Spa, all things are possible.
Greetings from the entertainment capital of the world. CW Sports welcomes you in NASCAR's continuing coverage of the West Coast Swing. We are live in Las Vegas Motor Speedway's race number 5 in 2026 of the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. And here we are in the broadcast booth, everybody, with Mark Flitter and I'm Adam Alexander. So it's race 5 on the campaign, the first at a 1.5 mile track.
Right, and we're going to have 8 of these this year, the most on the schedule since 2020.
41. But who was the best at this last year? That's none other than 2024 champ Justin Allgaier, who led in every single category. 2 wins, 4 stage wins, 432 laps led, scored the most points. Basically, if you want to be successful at a mile and a half in the O'Reilly Series, you're most likely going to have to beat Justin Allgaier, who, by the way, won this race last year and just won last week. He's got a lot going for him.
And I want to welcome McMurray
How do
from
I know
Las
you?
Vegas, because if
Probably seen you
Allgaier is
catch
going to
pedophiles
win
on the
today, he's going to
internet.
have to beat his teammate for the weekend, and that would be one Kyle Larson starting on the front row, Jamie.
Yeah, I love everything Parker said there. The one thing he left out is that Kyle Larson wasn't in any of those events that Allgaier was putting those stats up. And I just think that you have to take him if he's in the field. He's won 2 of his last 3 starts in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Talked to Marty Lindley earlier today. They didn't have the best car in practice, but he felt fairly confident they were going to be fine in the race.
Always entertaining when Larson comes to play.
Fun to watch.
And he missed the pole by 1 spot. The guy that got him Sam Mayer qualifying earlier today. Let's dial up driver 41.
Let's see if we can chat to him. Always entertaining Sam Mayer. Hey, Sam, it's Parker and the boys up the CW booth. You got me? Doing well, but not as well as you. You got the pole, but we've got a hot, slick racetrack ahead of us. How do you keep that thing up front all day long? We cut in on their running pit road. Let's see if we can catch them real quick. Nope, we're trying to cut in. I think they might be running it right now.
We'll let him go, and let's get down to the start of the road. It's the fact that we qualified earlier today. Mayer on the pole, 6 poles at 6 different racetracks. Who else is starting up front, Jamie?
Yeah, what about Roshan Ruth in the 8th position? In the car number 32 this week, this car has been in the top 10 all 4 races this season. In Vegas, it's a great track for Roshan. He got his first Cup Series win here back in 2024.
And the guy that drove his car, they drives most of the time in this series, Connor Silich, is back in the number 1 today and starting 17th. He's got 2 top 10s and 2 strokes at Las Vegas, including a runner-up last October. If he can get that car handling, we know it'll be fun one to watch.
Yeah, and you're going to want to keep your eyes on
Yeah, cars are coming down pit road.
He's in the 19 car this week.
Patrick Star-Pole is going to be at the rear. Also, Chandler Smith from the Truck Series is driving the 5 car today for was it Hedinger Racing?
He's got half to the back, coming off a 10th place finish last week at Phoenix. He has a pair of top 10s here in Vegas. We've been waiting for the turnaround. Last week looked like there was some momentum. They got a lot of work to do today at 96.
When he gets up there again, he's going to put on a show, and I'm here for it. Alfredo coming off that great run last Saturday in Phoenix. Let's get an update from pit road. Before we go, Brady, we start things off with Kim Kuhn. What's going on, Kim?
Well, Adam, when we talked to Ryan Sieg before his quals run, he was honest and said qualifying is a bit of an Achilles heel for him. Well, he was correct, and they find themselves starting from the 20th position. But despite the challenge of starting deeper in the field, there's not much concern from the team about what they have in the race. In fact, crew chief Matt Noyes reminded me in this race last year, Ryan also qualified 20th and was able to drive the car to a 7th place finish. He said Ryan liked what the car was doing at the end of practice, which is what is important. Dylan, they expect a top 10 run here today.
And Kim, the 2 team and Jesse Love have picked up right where they left off at the end of their championship effort a year ago. Top 10s in every race to start this 2026 season. They finished 3rd in this race last year, too. So plenty of reason for optimism again this afternoon. They were on a really, really strong qualifying lap, had a small bobble, which would put them 7th on the grid. That is not a concern for them, though. Danny Stockman, the crew chief, feels like they've got the car to beat today, potentially, and he's got a game plan to adjust on this thing as needed to keep them at the front all day long, Carla.
Yeah, Dylan, and Carson Kvapil going on his 3rd straight week piloting a different car. Despite being in the 9 today, it's still the one team that's given him a sense of stability this season. He's going to be with them for 24 races this season. Carson still sits in on meetings, goes to dinner with the team, bounces ideas off them. Even when Connor Zilich is in that 1 car, said it feels like home and credited Rodney Childers in helping create that atmosphere, which he said helps his mentality when he has to step into those other rides all throughout the season, Adam.
No doubt Carson is winning the game of musical chairs in 2026. Every week he's got something new. And as Carla said, he continues to knock it out of the park. Now, 00 Team Radio, presented by Starkey. Scan the QR code now. Here's Sheldon Creed.
We'll keep everybody somewhere today. As you struggle with drive.
driving 8 cars full of fuel. So we got a big old guy down here in our Holly uniform. He's going to get us up feeling it every time he comes in here. So hopefully you'll be good all day on that. And thank you.
Bro, I played the broadcast many times. Besides, you can barely. Besides, I need to be loud enough to hear. I've done it so many times without issue. So,
JT as he jabs his driver, and a great report pre-race on what happened this week with Shelton and the family. Facing the field today is a Toyota. That's a Toyota Camry out front.
well, I need to be able to hear the race, so.
Takes the inside line, second pole of the year. And to his right, Kyle Larson.
We see that inside lane being dominant here on the restarts and starts. The reason being is just less distance to get to that turn one. There's a ton of space there as the track opens up into turn one, and being on the inside just gives you the chance. Use less distance and hopefully get away from that car on the outside.
All right. And get this race underway.
We're going to find out because one of the best is on the outside of the front row. I was going to say, the one thing I would never trust here is Larson on the outside.
All right, pace cars to pit road. Sam Mayer on the front row. Then start on the inside. See him behind him. Green flag. And the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race at Las Vegas is green. Damn, looks like Kyle Larson spun the tires.
Teammates both finished inside the top 5 last week in Phoenix. 1-2 right now. Mayer out front of green for the House Factory team.
And pay attention to the side draft. I saw Jesse LiUNA do it right there. The last time he raced in Vegas, September, the side draft was really aggressive. Saw guys using it more here than anywhere as they fan out into the front stretch. Everybody's searching for some clean air.
Brandon Jones in the 3rd position. Really
Oh, we got a spin. There goes the 51, and Connor Zilish is going to get a piece of it. Caution's out. Wow. Just got a tire rub. They just need to fix up the fender, and they'll be good. Yep. Yeah, for those who are wondering, my computer's not connected to the TV, and if my camera was facing towards the TV, which it's not, then YouTube would take it down. I know that from what I've heard from other people. So you can do all you want, but it's not gonna stop my fucking channel.
See Jeremy Clements on the outside, and watch the speed that he carries in. Just crash on. I'm with you, Parker. It almost looks like something wasn't right on that car as it washed up the racetrack. He just not even close to staying on the bottom. Now it shot up. So, and he was struggling to hit the splitter.
Yeah, he came in with a lot of speed, and he got a little loose going to one, and yep.
When he turns in and just chases the car up, it snapped on him. And when he was catching it going up the hill, Jeremy just happened to be the right place at the wrong time.
Making his 535th career start here today, matching Jeff Green for 2nd on the all-time list.
Jeremy Clements is lucky that he didn't turn back down to the field and collect all the other drivers behind.
Jesse, remember Danny?
Hey.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Larson only lost 3 spots. And much. Also, Christopher Bell is on pole for tomorrow's Cup race. So, as a matter of fact, Gibbs Tracy starting 1, 2, 3. Ty Gibbs in third. Okay.
Starting within 5 minutes and helps prevent flare-ups. Breztri won't replace the rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition.
Bubba Wallace is going to be starting fourth. Finally, good starting shot for him for once.
Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems.
Snallgar start 22nd.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
The Colonel knew folks hated Mondays, so he made sure Tuesdays were finger-licking good with 8 pieces of juicy, crispy chicken or tenders for just $10. It's TGI Tuesday. $10, 8 pieces, one big deal. KFC $10 Tuesdays.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, Craftsman, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery, or ready for pickup in just 15 minutes, conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed. Ace is the place to for hardware, folks.
You want an experience that makes you up? A place where you can scream to your heart's delight? Go ahead. No one will hear you anyway. Here, you don't just watch. You feel it. Come as you are and have a damn good time. That rumble you hear. That ground.
Carzilla should keep him the pit roads into 25.
NASCAR on the CW is brought to you by Ace, the helpful place. Toyota, let's go places. And by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people.
So, Mark, welcome to our live stream.
In the spring race in Las Vegas. This year we make it a trend until lap 2. The Whelen caution lights are on, the same Whelen emergency lights and sirens you see on the safety vehicles here at the track are protecting first responders and communities all across America. One of those involved in this early incident, Connor Zillich. Let's get a report from Kim.
Yeah, early incident involving Connor and Jeremy Clemens. Let's get some Starkey in-car communication to hear what Connor had to say.
We'll get some pictures here. It looks like just a tiny bit on the right front fender. Yeah, that's all it was.
So you heard that? You guys, your assessment was correct. They talked about that damage in front of that right front tire. They did check the tire for any cuts. Tire looked okay. And the good news is the damage was not big enough to
I'm having a good day today.
So, tough start to the day, but it'll be fun to see what he can do from the back of the field.
Yeah, it's always so interesting when you get damage to these cars because sometimes you see what looks like a lot of damage and it doesn't seem to affect it too much, and then that little bit of damage there. Let's get the read on what they have here, and hopefully he's going to be okay. You see Jeremy Clemens stopped on the track. I believe he went to pit road, yeah.
He goes NASCAR lap, so they're going to hold him here, and then he'll rejoin the field. Up front for the restart, Mayer and Creed, teammates of the Haas Factory team. HFT leading laps at Vegas for the first time.
Pace cars to pit road. That's weird how they're holding Jeremy Clements right there at the pit road exit rather than have him go around the edge. It's a weird thing for them to do, but whatever.
If you look at that second row, the red and white number 2 car, that was kind of the talk in the garage today. We felt like in practice he might have had the best car. See what he's able to do here on this restart. See him go down to the bottom.
Move up to third for Brandon Jones. Red, white, number 8, Sammy Smith is always had.
Sam Mayer going to retake the lead.
Victim so many times in circumstance wrong place, wrong time. Very much in the game. And right behind him, you talked about him off the top, Parker. Number 7, just an all guy right in it.
Really good, but also just watching there, 88
88 of Kyle Larson. Remember, he had that terrible start. Following that, and just went right up the racetrack in 1 and 2 that round. That's off to get below. He just had a wiggle there in 3 and 4. Just trying to do that with that 88. Yeah, you gotta think maybe a tire going down or something. It just looks to me like he's extremely loose right now. All these cars complained about not having enough front grip in practice. The crew chiefs are really worried about over adjusting for when the race starts. They'll have some more on the 88.
Yeah, I was talking with Marty Lindley this morning about this, and he said that they were going to free up pretty significantly for the start of this race because they felt like Kyle was too tight in qualifying. But he came on the radio right before that first yellow, right after that first yellow, and basically said that they fired off tight when he was loaded in the corner. So still sorting out some balance issues, but not too concerned, and plenty of time still for Larson to charge forward today.
I just go back to last year in the 88. And you think about how good they were on the mile and a half. Even when Larson comes in and fills in at Texas when Zilich was hurt, he wins at Texas. The runner-ups that Zilich was able to boost late in the year. Let's do our Toyota onboard camera. Briscoe qualifies outside the top 20, but he's making it happen outside lane, driving around the 17th of Corey Day.
Oh yeah, he's plus 13 right now, guys. He's been able to make that top side work. In turns 3 and 4, you see him migrate right back to the bottom through 1 and 2, but he has made hay on the restarts. And if you watch his wheel, that car is same way in practice. It was nervous. A lot of movement in the wheel, back and forth. You see, and then goes back to the top. He feels really comfortable down there, making good speed.
You gotta be careful using that top way too early. You can damage the tires, especially the right front. If you're one of the first up there in the track.
For a day, and Chase Briscoe battling for 10th.
It's slightly dirty, even though we've had some on-track action today. For whatever reason, when you're one of the first up there, you're taking a big risk, and you can look like a hero early in the run, but you will pay a price later in the run if you get up there too often and too early.
17 car a day, very productive here in the fall.
Filipinas up 6.163.
Did get a win last year on a mile and a half in Charlotte with William Byron. Still look at Briscoe here.
Yeah, watch Briscoe. You see the very top of your screen. The cars he's able to go around. Everyone in
Oh wow, he did a 4-wide move.
That is so much fun if you're in that position. Look at the momentum. He passed 4 or 5 cars there in one corner. But you know, he made all that ground up. Guys, the one thing that I saw, Dave was able to actually get back by him after he passed him on the outside.
So I see.
You see now, Briscoe
Yeah, that explains why I haven't seen a lot lately. Yeah, I kind of feeling this was coming, unfortunately, but that's just how it is.
Let's give it some time. This place goes through a lot of changes and transitions throughout the race for whatever reason. Doesn't matter if it's just a sunny day like this and hot.
A caution. Oh, wow. Cole Custer and Austin Green.
In 2023, and also Austin Green involved in the 87. I hesitated in the paint scheme. Looks a whole lot like the 00 of Sheldon Creed, but it is the 87 Austin Green.
All sorts of tricks they try.
I mean, it has really been a brain freeze covering the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series this year because of all the rotations of drivers. And you know, Cole Custer didn't have the best qualifying effort, started outside the top 15, was up to 12th when it stepped out on him. And a cool story here, driving for SS Greenlight Racing and Bobby Dotter, went over and drove for them in 2022, got the victory in California, the only victory they have.
I think Clemens will get a lap back, I think.
They're going to run that car 5 times in 2026.
He's usually really good when he comes to the O'Reilly Series. Let's take a look here, going through 1 and 2, the top right of your screen. Oh, it just got loose underneath. Who is that? Is that Raja in the 32? Yes, that was Raja. He was underneath. You can see the donut on the right side. It looks like Austin Green may have just got helped around trying to slow up for this.
Oh, wow.
But very similar to kind of what we saw from Connor Zilich. These truck drivers don't have to deal with side force in the cup car.
Bounce off the 32.
14 laps in Las Vegas.
Need parts fast? O'Reilly Auto Parts is fast. Need them now? We've got now. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. We're O'Reilly Fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Forget the warm-up. DirecTV got hot. They're on fire with more MLB games than anyone. Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
How old are you?
11.
What causes a current? Is it Peyronie's disease? Is there someone I can talk to around?
I got somebody for that.
Some ST70Ms are going to stick around like UP 1979 because 1979 is like fairly new, so I don't see why they should retire that.
Sometimes the best way to tell people you love them is to let a grill full of Kingsford do the talking. Kingsford, savor it.
That's rough. But hey, with SafeLight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Any way I want.
Any way you want, that's the way you need it. It's really easy. Get it fixed any way you want with SafeLight. SafeLight replace.
Somewhere out there, someone's paying $30 for a single plate of steak and shrimp. What? Add a lobster tail and you're pushing $50? Really?
But here, it's only $7.99.
In here, we're balling. It's actually fire. What is?
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fireballing.
I've been told my whole life that I'm pretty fast. For a girl. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's not true. Because with the right team, you write your own story. So no, I'm not fast for a girl. I'm fast, period.
The drivers in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Racing every lap as if it's their last. Hitting every turn with nothing held back. See why everyone is talking about NASCAR's newest superstars. The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Next Saturday from Darlington at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific on the CW.
Get ready to power up. Don't miss the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Get your tickets now. Experience the adventure only in theaters. April 1st. Been a slow start for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series here in Las Vegas. A couple of early yellows for the wheel and caution lights being fully displayed once again.
Not surprised that I think it's fair to say this track is tough because of the speed it has, the amount of grip it has. It has grip until it doesn't. And what I mean by that is you get in there, your car feels good. It's not like it's hard to catch it when it gets out from underneath you. And we've seen a big display of that so far today.
Look at the consistent theme of both of these incidents that we've seen. The bumps, either one, get the car unsettled. You think about Connor and Cole coming out of the car, which has more grip than these. It's a slim day, as Jamie's mentioning. Those bumps combined with the aero effects you have at such a high-speed racetrack like this. You're entering at 190 miles an hour to turn one, mid-speed around 170. You're never going slow around here, so there's a lot of aero effects combined with the bumps that some think maybe have gotten worse over the last couple of months. It's a very treacherous place. Yeah, the bumps are interesting here because they're really only into turn one. And if you can get a little bit above those, it's a faster line than cutting back down. But man, when you hit those wrong, and we show video of that qualifying in practice, you see the car move. It doesn't look like much from the outside, but it is a handful. The one thing I see in this shot right here, though, you see the shadows from those billboards. If we can if the track gets hot today, that will be grip up there, being able to run in that. So turns 1 and 2, it's tricky right here.
see a highlight of where
where the bumps are, right? So that's where they are. You either go above that or below it. If you're all the way down, you're basically going to have your right sides in it. If you're on the white line, you just touch the bumps. If you go up the groove, you've got to go high enough that just your left sides touch them. But there's almost like a no man's land that when you're in there, especially if you've committed a ton of speed like we saw from Cole Custer, once the car starts hopping and getting all that movement, you're along for the ride.
Hey, Jeremy Clements gets the free pass here, so he's back on the lead lap. Of course, he was a part of that first caution of the day. And also want to pay off, you see Chandler Smith leading pit road here. He and LeVar Scott also got together, and we didn't see that in our initial replays, but watch, you see high side into turn one. It's back behind the 51 and the one that they were getting into.
Yeah, that happens a lot. You see a wreck in front, like Chandler probably sees that.
Oh yeah, I see it. Okay. I was like, why is LeVar Scott?
I think you'd agree with me. When a caution comes out and you see something, the first reaction is look in the rearview mirror and see like how quick are they closing in on me, because that's what happens here. You know, it just happens in racing in general. You slow down, the guy beside or behind you doesn't.
I even tell people on the road, if you have someone checking up in front of you on the highway, look in your mirror as you're doing it.
Oh, yeah. Let's get a little Kyle Larson radio 8 right now as we get ready for the restart.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm on it or not. I just found loaded. I don't load and kind of squeeze into the thinking and stay turning. I load very now.
He feels like he might be on the splitters, what he's talking about there. They've complained about that all day long with this car, that when it gets loaded up in the corner, the front doesn't want to turn. Typically, the splitter hitting is what causes that, but I feel like they've worked on that car and just have not got it to Kyle's liking yet. They've got a couple more shots to work on it, see if they can get it better.
About halfway through the opening stage, time to find our rhythm. Leaders coming to the Echo Park restart zone. Mayor Creed.
All right, back to green. 19.
Sam here, another great restart, just vaulted away from the field, has a gap to both the two and his teammate behind him. Didn't have to
Yeah, that's the 30.
he was gone.
It's the 19. It's the 30.
Again, these guys, he is just
19 and 32, Master. They have the same color.
he has a great car, and he is
And he's coming.
all the way up to the very top.
He's a cup guy. He's had success here on Sundays. Swept here in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series in 2020. Doesn't get to run all the time. Came to play today. Didn't choose Briscoe, and now we go full throttle with Sound Gear. Wherever sound is a problem, Sound Gear has the solution. Slide the QR code to our boys at soundgear.com. Turn it up.
So I guess this is the CW's version of Crank It Up, kind of like how Fox does it.
Tell you what, Briscoe's getting after it. He'll be racing his teammate for Ford, Taylor Gray, in 54. If we can get around Jesse Love, two not giving up in that outside lane. And there goes the 19 completing the pass. Briscoe up to 5th after qualifying 23rd. And he's doing it without the benefit of a ton of green flag laps.
Yeah, but what's benefited him are the restarts. Like, he has just done such a good job of getting to the outside, and we've had 3 or 4 restarts, one after another. He's been able to get 2 or 3 cars. I'll tell you what, he's going now. I didn't think his car looked that good when the race was kind of settled out a few laps ago, but it has come to him right now.
Yeah, but look how he's doing it, right? Using the outside lane, first one up there, ton of grip right now. We'll see how that pays off on the long run, but definitely utilizing the upside, the top side in 3 and 4. Just running the wall up here, getting monster extra momentum off the top and driving by people or beside him.
What about it, Dylan?
Yeah, give me a Toyota driver update on our Charger here so far. He's actually reported that he was a little free, at least he did earlier in the start of the race before this most recent yellow. So that's at least giving him some maneuverability to drive around these guys and kind of go where they're not. So I saw him before the race. I said, what do you think? You guys going to have a good shot out today? He just kind of laughed. He said, I just want to go out here and have fun. And I think if we can get to the top 10, that's a pretty good day. So he's done that and then some from 23rd to 4th here in stage 1.
Yeah, and I think that Parker, that goes kind of what you're saying. Mostly, if you're a regular, like, why don't I go up there and burn my stuff up and then fade way back? He doesn't care. He has nothing to lose, right? He's here to try to win the race. He burns his tires off. He does, but it doesn't seem like it's affected him at this point.
Back for
Briscoe's a
second.
dirt guy from Indiana. Dylan's a dirt guy from Indiana. You can tell he called him a hard charger. And that's what he is, plus 19 early. Allgaier looks good as well. Qualified 9, trying to get second away from Sheldon Creed.
The exact opposite approach of what we've seen from Chase Briscoe is just Allgaier being super disciplined, running that white line, getting the front there, getting the car to rotate, shortest distance around this track and through the corners. And this is what won Justin this race last year. He was so good at saying he needed that white line and wrapping the corners, doing that once again here. And for a reason, over the last couple years, it's just been the predominant line at this place, and he does it really well. And get to see him run the bottom like that tells you that he likes the way his car feels. As you see Sheldon Creed move up the racetrack, and you move up the track, it's almost a little bit of a crutch for whatever balance you're finding. Typically, if the car's not turning good enough, you'll move up and you can find some grip. And Justin, he committed to the bottom, tells you he likes the balance of that car.
I mean, it just stands to reason. If you're racing at Las Vegas in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, 7 is going to be good. Justin, always outstanding here, man.
Yeah, and Adam, discipline is going to be the word of the day because we've heard Parker use it multiple times to describe Justin at this racetrack. When I talked to crew chief Andrew Overstreet this morning, I asked him what makes Justin so good here. He said the fact that he can stay disciplined. And then before the green flag flew on the radio, Justin pointed his team to say, stay on me, be disciplined in that line. He said, I don't think I'm going to go up to the top, but I do want to be informed of who's up there. Otherwise, I'll be grabbing the bottom, and it's good to know where other guys are. Right now, he just said really good, little free to the middle. But they can tight, but overall, really good race for his telling his team.
Allgaier riding 3rd, behind the teammates out front. Creed is 2nd, and leading the way, the man that started out front, Sam Bayer. And this move on the restart was key to get ahead of the curve and take the lead. 41 in command right now at Las Vegas.
Men, get ahead of your curve. Explore Peyronie's disease treatment at GetSomebody4PD.com.
ACE's YardRx program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed. ACE is the place to go for hardware, folks.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
That's rough. At least with SafeLight, you can get that fixed any way you need.
Anywhere you want.
Any way you want, that's the way you need.
Schedule should fix while I get my hair clipped. Yeah, they can fix my class while we fish for mattress. If you want, they can recalibrate my safety features while I sit at home in my comfy pants.
That one doesn't rhyme, but sure.
Get it fixed any way you want at SafeLight.com. Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Thought they were cooling off on the sidelines? Well, they're just getting warmed up.
Surprise! DirecTV got hot.
Hey, you know, I played in high school.
Really?
Well, I went to high school. I didn't go to high school.
Anyway, it's never been easier to keep up with your favorite sports on live TV and streaming apps.
So hot.
Wait, there's no ice in yours.
Why would I ruin a perfectly good bath?
Folks, I've seen a thing or two. But these prescription prices? Pricey. Higher than a rooster on stilts. Ain't that right, Dusty Feet?
Reckon it's time we broke them in.
Good all Rex make saving time and money easier than splitting a biscuit. Paper's looking mighty big for its britches there, partner.
Save time and money on prescriptions and check GoodRx.
All right, we got a new leader, Justin. Oh wait. Oh, this is a HendrickCars.com duos. Cargo, everyone. All right, new leader, Justin Allgaier.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I did not check who was behind me at the game. Dude, she just pointed me. That's amazing. Checking Allstate first was the right move. I love you! Not checking who was sitting behind me was humbling. Yeah, check Allstate first. You can save hundreds. Go Bruins. Go Bruins.
Great Saturday afternoon in Las Vegas. You're watching the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series on CW. And, you know, I always thought that Justin Allgaier was an unselfish, easy to work with kind of guy. He could have waited until we were back from break. I know you saw it side by side. Yeah, but here he is dancing around Sam Mayer and staring right in the eyes. Stage win number 5 at this place. He's already the all-time leader in Las Vegas. And this battle won't go away. The two sprint car drivers from California just trading blows. 88 is Larson, 17 is Day.
Well, it happens every week. The HendrickCars.com cars, they find each other, and they just confuse us. They put different drivers in it. It doesn't matter. But those two cars seem to be on top of one another every single week.
And that's a positive moment there for the 88, which we haven't quite seen so yet in this race, was Kyle Larson actually moving forward. Now to be in 7th, come back as far as 19, flirting with being outside the top 10. As he finds the wall right there.
6. Day just hanging on to it. I would say, though, if you're Corey Day, if you finish 9th or better in 3 consecutive races, if you can go out and race around Larson and gain a little knowledge, and we've seen it this year, he uses that opening stage 1, stage 2, to get better each and every week, Jamie.
Yeah, and Adam, I talked to Adam Wall down there earlier today, and I'm like, listen, decent run in Phoenix, and to me the most important part of that race is that there was no controversy around what Corey Day was doing on the racetrack. Just had a normal day, not perfect, but kept his car clean. And I think, you know, after hearing the meeting they had with Rick Hendrick on what he expected of Corey, I thought he did a great job last week.
Well, this is not the first time these two have battled here in Las Vegas this weekend. Thursday night, high-limit sprint car. They're going at it for the win here.
Bit of a theme. You got Larson there in the white car, Corey Day in the black car, racing each other here in sprint cars. But yeah, they just bounces things on the right rear. So all the racetracks, similar to what we were seeing there, and that's close for the win. Goes to Larson, but wait, what's that sweatshirt?
Owen is wearing a Corey Day sweatshirt in Victory Lane.
I mean, is that allowed? Kyle said he hoped he gave it to for free.
That's right.
He said he better have got it for free.
Yeah, it was great when Kim talked to him earlier today during practice, and Larson got a little bit of a dig in there in his young driver.
Corey has a massive slide right there off their turn 2. They should have saw it. It's in the sprint car.
Hanging on to it, and you know, his whole team went over and watched him run the sprint car the other night, and Adam was telling me, he's like, listen, he knows those cars. Like, he's like, he can crew chief that car, and he's like, ultimately, I think that's his goal to get over here is to learn these. It's all so foreign to him, and he's drinking from a fire hose, right? Trying to learn. Kim?
Yeah, Adam told me the same thing, and he was really excited to have the opportunity to go to the dirt track, see Corey in action, and that is what Corey has told him he wants on this side, to have the same understanding of these full-body stock cars as he does on the sprint car side. And then a two-part to this is that Kyle Larson in the field is a huge advantage for Corey, and Adam was also really excited about that because he said it could be really beneficial with Larson running this race. It means Corey's going to have something to really lean on and learn from, something he's kind of been lacking in this series. Yes, he does talk to some of the JRM guys, but really he's kind of out on the island at this point and doesn't have really good mentorship.
Briscoe's up to 3rd. Creed's fighting him.
We have a battle going on between these two. Briscoe did a little bit of a slider on Sheldon Creed. Sheldon crossing back over. Now Taylor Gray's
Taylor Gray's come.
I think Sheldon's bleeding right now, just wanting to get to the end of this.
balance of that car has went away.
Damn, Cole Custer's tonight.
Who's had his fair share of issues this year. He wants those stage points. You can't rely on the win and you're in. You have to get it done in the stages, finish strong in the races, and he'll take all he can get here. With 3 to go, stage 1, and he picks up a spot. 54 is fourth right now.
Well, I think it's so impressive about Chase Briscoe. He's obviously really good on the high side, up next to the wall. He's going to make a ton of passes up there, but he's also got the versatility in that car to go to the bottom when he needs to. He threw kind of a slider there and shot the tube, got loose off the tube, gathered it up, and completed the pass. That showed me he's got a lot
2 to
of
go in
versatility in
stage
his car.
1.
Something you've seen out of the 7 who's trying to chase down up in the lead. That might be something the 17's looking at thinking we might need to find some what he's got.
Well, they're all going to have do some work because the 7 Allgaiers just has them covered right now. Running a couple of ticks quicker than anybody can late in this race. And I think it's safe to say that's
Well, Eric, welcome to a live stream.
strategy. It seems like every week they don't have short run speed.
Didn't miss much.
That race and grab the line like we talk about. Always fast at the end of this race.
Look at the graphic. Joe Gibbs Racing is not at the top 5 finish this year. 3 cars in the top 10 as we hit the final lap of our opening stage.
All right. Oh, hold that thought. All right. Through 3 and 4, Justin Allgaier going to take the green and white checkered flag to win stage number 1. Well, there was a crash on lap 2 when Zilich got in the Clements and they went for a spin in turns 1 and 2. Thankfully, they didn't take out the whole field with them. That lap like 14, Cole Custer went for a spin on the backstretch and Austin Green spun trying to save it. So that's been pretty much it. All right, stage 1 results. Justin Allgaier, Sam Mayer, Chase Briscoe, Taylor Gray, Sheldon Creed, Jesse Love, Kyle Larson, Corey Day, Cole Custer, and Brandon Jones, your top 10. Surprisingly, all 38 cars are on the lead lap somehow.
She can be laid back. Let's eat, girls. I'm so happy you didn't blow all your savings upgrading to a better room. Oh, look, they do have rooms with balconies.
Don't be passive progressive.
Lucky.
Switch to get good coverage and
Also, I don't know about you, but I can't wait for tomorrow's IndyCar race in Arlington. I heard they moved up the start time or pushed back the start time or whatever.
COPD thought it could stop you. Well, COPD never met someone like you. You kept right on going. Breztri is 3 medicines in 1 inhaler with better breathing starting within 5 minutes and helps prevent flare-ups. Now that's a COPD maintenance treatment that works as hard as you do. Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help. Ready to take back your breath? Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Arby's Meat and Treat Box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken, and now you can also get the Big Crispy Fish Sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Arby's, we have the meat. The drivers in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Getting every turn with nothing held back. The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Next Saturday from Darlington at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific. Only happens once a year.
So it's gotta be big.
Like the Family Pro Power on Ford Day. There's only one Ford truck. Get 0% APR for 60 down, no payments for 90 days, and 1,000 F-150 Super Duty and Lightning at your California Ford dealers.
Well, if it isn't Noosa, the titan of tasty yogurt.
You're gonna miss it, mate. Where are you going? A whole milk convention?
And heaps of real fruit.
So tasty.
Tackle the path ahead with Ford Coast. Goes over any type of terrain capability. Ford Bronco Sport. Made for extraordinary days. Get a Bronco Sport Big Bend for $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your California Ford dealer.
Hi there. and happy Saturday. I'm KCRA3 meteorologist Kelly Curran. Plenty of sunshine expected across the area today. Winds will be out of the northwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And afternoon highs in the valley will be topping out in the mid and upper 70s with even a few 80s possible.
Get KCRA3 weather updates every hour on My 58. Brought to you by the Outdoor Grills. For over a decade, the Outdoor Grills has been offering quality outdoor products for low retail prices. Build the outdoor kitchen of your dreams. Call 916-361-7100.
Wow, I might look too cool. So do you really have to do that here?
If the management didn't help me solve inside field theory, why would they make friends?
Told you to crack the window and leave him in the car.
Weekdays at 4 on My 58.
Stage one complete in Las Vegas. This stage race on CW brought to you by Arby's. And look at this, power problems for the 41 of Sam Mayer, who finished second in the opening stage and led 32 laps from the pole.
Damn.
I'm having power issues. That's not good. Get your steering wheel button. No, it's not bad.
So what he's referencing right there is there's a kill switch on the steering wheel, but it sounds to me like maybe it's electrical. I mean, it's hard when they say power issues. I'm just assuming that.
Yeah, well, there's a couple
Just
things
the
you
fire.
and there's a couple things you can do, right? You can cycle the power in there with the actual master switch, which can hopefully sort of recycle everything. That sometimes can work, but obviously Sam came on the radio and said that's not the case. There's a bigger issue here, so they'll have to investigate and put the net down so they can get in there and start fooling around on the dash and see if they can find something.
Maybe try to replace that switch. So yeah, that's something that's just to go to a different steering wheel, maybe even possibly that built in.
This team has not had a clean race this year. When you think about, he starts on the pole at Atlanta, has the tire problem, came from 3 laps down to finish in the top 10, had the Gremlins last week, had to come from behind, finish top 5, and it felt like maybe today they were going to put it all together. Qualifies on the pole, lead all those laps early, and now this.
Definitely, but it's got power. It's got power. You're not going to be able to hit the motor and it just won't fire.
Progressive pit road is open. All guys are leading them down. Let's go to Kim.
Yeah, and his crew chief Andrew Overstreet reminding him to be a little bit conservative because we see speeding penalties often here. He's going to land in the box. He's at the right
What's
pole.
up, stranger boy?
A little entry security, but he doesn't want to tighten it up too much in the center. He just needs it to turn. So they'll just make an air pressure adjustment on those 4 pressure figure tires.
23rd to 3rd for Chase Briscoe, said he was free into turn 1 and felt like he was over rotating the right rear. So once some more front grip, they might make a wedge adjustment here to help that. Taylor Gray, bottom of the screen, said he felt like the grip doesn't come in until well past the midway point of the run for them. 4 tires and fuel for the 54.
Pit road execution is big. You want that track position. You want to be in control.
Damn, Jesse Love, Taylor Gray come off pit road 1-2.
Nice work by the 2 team. Taylor Gray won the pole last week. Gets the #1 pit stall. He gets a spot. Allgaier wins the stage, but falls to 3rd. Briscoe and Larson complete the top 5 coming off the pit lane. Stage 2 in Las Vegas. Coming up, we're glad you're with us live on the CW.
Thanks for coming in to talk about Dell Jr.
Of course. 3rd grade is 100 and Liberty Mutual could save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
Why don't you come sit with us?
Oh, little snug. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Bipolar 1 can overwhelm your mind. Sometimes depressive lows and unpredictable highs can make it hard to get out of your head. Finding relief may help you break through. Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms.
Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants may increase these in those under 25. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, uncontrolled movements, tremors, feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar. Breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
Arby's Meat and Free Box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken, and now you can also get the Big Crispy Fish Sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Tomorrow, the battle in the lanes continues as the greatest boys in the world face off under the brightest lights. He's the greatest. This is the PBA. Tomorrow at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific on the CW. News as local stories, meaningful investigations, forecasts you trust. News to us is what impacts you. KCO 3 News at 10.
Hey guys, it's Mark here at Trademark Pull & Spa, coming to you from 84 cities and 14 counties. We've forgotten the traditional way of building a pool by using subcontractors. We do all those phases right here in-house at Trademark Pull & Spa. We use companies like Jandy, Pebble Technologies, Lincoln Aquatic. Whether you're renovating that swimming pool or building a brand new one, at Trademark Pull & Spa, all things are possible.
Start your weekend charged up with the Ford Mustang Mach-E SUV. Stay connected with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. And head out knowing there's plenty of EPA estimated driving range for the road ahead. Mustang Mach-E, the only electric vehicle that's a Mustang. Get a 2025 Ford Mustang Mach-E SUV for 0% for 72 months, plus get $3,000 in bonus cash at your California Ford dealers.
NASCAR on the CW is brought to you by Ace, the helpful place. Progressive, say when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit progressive.com. And by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people. Getting ready for stage 2 in Las Vegas. The wheel and caution lights are on. What you are seeing right now is the same wheel and emergency warning technology used by
Wow.
police, fire, and EMS vehicles across America, trusted every day to protect those who protect us. And as you can see, Sam Mayer, second in stage 1, having issues. They pushed his car behind the wall. Let's go downstairs, Dylan, with a special guest.
Yeah, with the Green Marshal today, Jacob Laughlin, who gave the command. So if you watched Landman, you certainly know who this guy is. He's a real race fan, though, too. He's with the Chili Bowl. He's a real hardcore race fan. So what's been the coolest part of the experience for you today? Obviously got to give the command, like we said, and get to see this from kind of a down low perspective.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is my first time to a NASCAR event, and it's absolutely insane. I have to thank the guys from Wild Protein Snacks for bringing me out. Also, they have a great product, by the way. No, this is absolutely incredible. It's an honor to be Grand Marshal and be able to do this. I'm just happy to be here, man.
Glad to have you here. He's a racer, too. He used to race micros when he was younger, so knows what it takes to go fast here, guys.
Really, really cool. Love the show. Love that he's here representing.
Very cool.
You mentioned Wild on a quaffle car. Didn't get any stage points in stage 1, driving the 9th for Junior Motorsports this week, but Elizabeth prior to the choose as we get ready for our second stage restart. And right on board with Austin Hill, 1-800-PACK-RAT, giving us a bird's eye view of what he's thinking as we begin this second stage.
This will be the first start or restart, but Sam Mayer really leading the charge there at the front. Obviously, his issues, unfortunate for him, but now we'll see what Jesse Love has started on the front row on the top.
Allgaier, who won the stage, restarts in row 2. Front row, Love taking the inside control.
Right, time for stage number 2.
Underway the second stage.
Jesse Love and Taylor Gray.
He's got his teammate in front of him. There he goes. He's already up to the top. Was 30 feet. Yeah. Look at Larson. Larson fills that hole. It seems like it's been working better down at 3 and 4, though. We'll see if he can generate the momentum he needs. It can be tougher after a caution. This bottom got picked up. It's outside just doesn't let it rip at the bottom because no one runs up there under the caution, picks up that rubber, and sure enough, he doesn't get the momentum that we saw earlier. Actually falls down for the clutch to Kyle Larson. Yeah, way better restart for the 88 right there.
So they split it. Look at him, get him to wrap the bottom right there. Maybe get to the inside of Justin. Good changes to the 88 car. That's not
Yeah, I saw the heads up for that.
This lead group, William Sawalich in 8th. All 4 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas in the top 8 positions now. Sawalich had to go out early in qualifying because he didn't finish great last week, but he's worked his way to the top 10. 3 wide here. Larson, Creed, Briscoe, and right in the wings, Brandon Jones.
Yeah, and that's what makes this track so good. There's so many grooves. Talk about Briscoe working the top. You see Larson on the bottom.
Amazing.
Right in the middle. It's
But it's his first career pole.
Just received word it was a fuel pickup issue for 41 of Sam Mayer, so he's going to get back on track, but just unfortunate for a team that was in position for a great day.
With the pole that happened, you still running up front. Oh, those are the days that hurt.
Bishop slows down right now.
Yeah, Jesse Love missed the bottom right there. See if Taylor can generate a run down the backstretch. That 2 was good practice, but it just doesn't seem like they have the speed that they did earlier today when the track was cooler. See, he missed the bottom again. Taylor's gonna.
Taylor Gray looking to the inside.
Decides to who's he go with here. Maybe neither. Maybe 3 wide.
Pushing his Chevy teammate that outside lane, but maybe now he crosses over the side by side for the lead. Gray Logan.
Caution.
Caution lights are on.
51 just went through the group.
Jeremy Clements, 51.
Easily able to get back to his pit stop.
6 years ago, around this time, it was a completely different world back then.
For this 51 team, I mean, you have the problems lap 2, you get turned around, eventually get the free pass, get back on the lead lap. They worked this way.
Well, if IndyCar hadn't red flagged that IndyCar race in Detroit for Grosjean crashing in the corner, then maybe Will Power wouldn't have had his issue.
That's right. There you see it, coming off the 4, right the entry of pit road. That tire going down is the report that we got. And we'll analyze the race with the caution came out.
And Erickson, he was just in the right place. He was in the catbird seat or something like that. And at times, Will Power has lost a race that was won by a first-time winner, Dakota, and then Detroit. He's lucky Detroit. He was able to get redemption the following year.
And those parts, they're powered by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
One Bank presents Max Out. He's a credit wrecker. His eyes are bigger than his wallet.
Honestly, I feel like IndyCar deserved to have Coda on the schedule. It was taken off way too soon. I hate to throw the cold water at you all, but it's true.
Avoid the records at creditrecords.com. Credit One Bank for what's ahead. That's rough. At least with SafeLight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Anywhere you want. Specialist should fix while I get my hair cut. Yeah, they can fix my glass while we fish for bass. If you want, they can recalibrate my safety features while I sit at home in my comfy pants.
That one doesn't rhyme, but sure.
Get it fixed anywhere you want at SafeLight.com.
Somewhere out there, someone's paying $30 for a single plate of steak and shrimp. What?
Teeny tiny shrimp. But don't worry, here we have big butterfly shrimp.
And here we're balling. It's actually fire. What is?
Yeah, fire.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fireballing.
Everyone's trying to find their inner peace these days. Turns out, peace tastes just like chicken done right. Kingsford, savor it.
ACE's Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want cleaner grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs. You can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at Ace. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, it's the same that's guaranteed. Ace is the place for helpful hardware, folks.
The drivers in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Racing every lap as if it's their last. Hitting every turn with nothing held back. See why everyone is talking about NASCAR's newest superstars. The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Next Saturday from Darlington at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific on the CW.
Test your luck and make your power play by heading to your local lottery retailer to get in the game for tonight's estimated Powerball jackpot of $75 million. Quick stop on the way to the airport. See if you win big. I get that. Yeah, I would too. I'd share with you. Caution is out. Stage 2. Here are power movers. Chase Briscoe having a day. Plus 18. Blaine Perfect looks good. Kyle Sieg 11th here. Last year at plus 9. How about some love for Josh Williams? Both the Siegs on the board. And Dean Thompson plus 8 as well. And now we do our golden moment. Brought to you by Golden Corral. This is like the Chase Briscoe 7. Flexing muscles. Outside lane. Let's just make it a little light. Around the outside, but it didn't matter with the outside, the inside. He was just making passes and finding a way to buy other cars. Most of them were up next to that wall, but he could go anywhere in that 19 car. It was finally impressive to watch in the first stage. I think he put a couple people on notice. If he gets the clean air, he could be very fast.
You know, we went to break, and I questioned who was leading the race. Timing and scoring at that time said that it was Taylor Gray.
About the same age as Zillish.
Back and forth, but you revert back to the last timing line. It was Jesse Love, so he is in control as we anticipate the restart here. McGee and Gray on the front row, and then behind them, Allgaier and Larson. And Larson in that outside lane, I'm looking forward to watch the 88 and the 19 here on the restart.
And one of the things I thought was interesting, the last couple laps is when Taylor Gray and Jesse Love were racing tooth and nail. It's not like Jesse was pushing the issue. He was just watching and waiting for it to sort out. And where does he come on the strongest? That's late in the run, on the long run. We saw that before. That
him.
discipline of just taking your time and letting them sort it out.
What about the race?
Alessandro Dittilio.
Yeah, they've
Okay.
haven't been perfect here so far. Jesse feels like they've maybe been on the splitter a little bit, and also don't feel like the corner is connected as well as they like. So a lot of times here it seems like we hear loose in, loose off, and then tight center. So they're just trying to piece all that together now to let this car wrap the bottom like they want to.
It's hard to practice on a green track when it's cool out and then go out and race in the conditions that they have right now. It's hard on the crew chiefs to know what adjustments they need to make. But one thing that sticks out to me at this point in the race is all the cars that we thought were going to be contenders to win. You look at the 2-car Jesse Love leading right now, and then we mentioned Larson and Briscoe. They all migrated into the top 5. Allgaier, who won this race a year ago, you see him second row inside. It's all starting to come together for a great race, great battles in the end. Cream always rises to the top, right? So this is just good as winner. That's what I think. My grandmother says, not a whole saying, right?
Obviously, NASCAR added a lot, didn't have everything exactly where they wanted it, so we'll go one more time around, and then we'll get to restart. Already working caution number 4. One of those, obviously, the stage break to end stage 1, but a few more moments in this race than we normally do, stage 1, stage 2 in recent history. By the way, the free pass did go to Sam Bayer, so he goes from 6 laps down to 5. That's the good news for him. Bad news is Clements goes a lap down when he has the spin, so he would be in the free pass position. I thought maybe Mayer was on a spot where he could get on a run and have another one of those great comebacks, but he's going to have a little bit of help here.
How many did he make up in Atlanta?
It's 3 down.
3 down.
I think we might have a little bit of debris they're talking about on Jesse Love's grill. Doesn't look like much. but they run these things right on the verge for the water tip to maximize the downforce. And if you're the leader, it's going to be really hard to get that off, maybe pull behind the pace car. And that's what when we're on board with his teammate there, also, you heard him shutting the motor off and coasting. That's not just about saving fuel and making your stops faster. It's also cooling that motor and getting it in the right temperature for the restart here. Not getting it overheated and it's not getting all that airflow under caution.
Lights off in the pace car, so we'll go green this time. Field is set for the Echo Park restart zone. Echo Park Automotive, where car buying is easier, better, and happier. Love and Gray on the front row. 27 to go, stage 10.
Green.
Get the power down. Had multiple guys out there. And Briscoe trying 3 wide again. Oh, down to the top side. The 3 wide behind them. Just Jesse getting
3 wide back.
Green bounces out there. Briscoe dogging his teammate.
We'll touch it all the way up to the wall.
And look at Corey Day. Looking to get in the top 5 of that red, white, and blue 17.
Yeah, Creed's done a really good job maintaining in that second lane. Dave bouncing around on the bottom through 1 and 2. Creed's gonna have that momentum on the outside, get a little sniff off Taylor Gray right there in front of him. Wasn't quite clear Corey Day there, so he couldn't get back to the bottom.
Oh god, look at the top. Leave that lap.
Justin rolling in that second lane.
You know, we call Jack Burton the dog. Just throw there, the old dog. Just lays in the weeds, waits for his opportunity, and here he is once again, number 7, leading at Vegas.
Look at Briscoe getting his outside as well. See if he can get the run on the outside right here. Get in the preferred position. They get down to 1 and 2. Little side grabs. He saw what Justin did and said that looks nice. Joe Means out with the same thing. He actually turns right here. Looks like he'll probably clear Jesse Love. For Jesse, this is a really frustrating moment when they keep you running here like this. You mentioned it, Jamie. It slows you down. He's going to lose 2 spots potentially on this lap. But Taylor Gray getting the outside, and there's nothing you can do to combat it. You just have to try and gather back the momentum once they clear you. Well, and he's committed to the bottom. He must not feel like he can find any grip. You can think if you got pissed by 1 on the outside, you move up, but sometimes you just know. You're like, listen, I know I need to be on the bottom right now. That's where the most grip is.
He loves slides up.
I don't think that was on purpose. I think that was just committing, trying to slide it in front of him, but overshot.
Yeah, loss of momentum. Gray able to drive right through there, complete the pass. And the way things finished last week in Phoenix, wins the stage, leads over 100 laps. Couldn't get the victory finish second here. He's the lead position, but can't quite get over the
All guys up front.
What lap are we on?
On lap 69 of 200.
Oh, the cautions or something?
Yes.
I'm going to try a little flyer here. Just doesn't quite get it stopped in the middle. Be able to basically park the 54, and Taylor Gray drives right by it. Right off pass.
And they got the California connection going at it right now. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th ball from California. Love, Day, Creed, and Larson. Fun to watch these talented drivers, so accomplished at various levels, different types of race cars, and delivering big-time stage 2 at Vegas.
Corey Day moving up the racetrack. He's been running on the bottom.
Oh, Creed, Larson.
That's
it.
Yes.
4 or 5.
4th through 7th.
No, this was from California. Oh no, that was Cup Juice. Never mind.
Yeah, well, they're only referring to 4th through 7th place.
Oh, you mean the top 10? I mean, in the top 10, there's a lot of people from California.
Yes.
Who else is from California that's not in the top 10?
Cole Custer and Boyd Perkins. And 17's going for a slide.
Cameron.
What? No.
You know how much fun that is? These guys are having right now. Racing, you see Creed getting super loose.
Oh, turn on the ceiling fan, Cameron.
Listen, they are having a blast out there, working each of these lanes, trying to get by each other. One passes.
What's the temperature in the house? Go check the thing.
So sideways, you think Larson's watching this Chase smiling, think laughing. To see Larson's eyes, they had to be the size of Easter eggs with Easter coming up next month. I mean, he had a front row seat for that dance. Well, he's packing air on him right now, getting loose again. Hang on, here I come. 070, 88 coming through. Larson up to 6th. Here's another lesson. You heat up that right rear now. I'm going to get to your rear bumper. Pack as much air. You're going to be loose once again. Good luck. You're going to cool that right rear down. Well, we're halfway through stage 2 in Vegas. All got out front.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on. There's an O'Reilly Auto Parts. Turn left, Tyler.
Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly VerisScan. It's free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you don't want to do the repair yourself, we can recommend a shop for you.
Okay, Tyler, let's go fix your car.
Auto Parts. When COPD tried to stop you, you can't go.
They moved the start time for tomorrow's IndyCar race because you're dealing with 30-mile-per-hour winds. So the thing I said about going out early, I might have to hold off on that until I get the official start time. Yeah, and just know it's hard when you have trains coming and then your car's low and gas. It's hard to do that all within a very tight window. And also the Z train was getting held up down there too.
Well, Cameron, you just have to deal with it, Cameron. You have to adjust. Oh, that's cute.
I wouldn't be surprised if the police are called to that location. I'll be like, yeah, there's some suspicious stuff going on. You might want to check.
There isn't. It's just, I don't know. With AI.
Box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken.
No,
And now you can also get the big crispy fish
What the
sandwich.
heck?
So get your choice of meat and 3 sides all for just $7.99.
What?
Okay, now that you're both you're ready to hit the open road.
And because you save time and money, you can just
Christopher Bell's on pole for tomorrow.
Don't throw out the baby with the
The Interstate Batteries car. Yeah, Gibbs is going to start 1, 2, 3 with Hamlin and Ty Gibbs in second and third. Then Bubba Wallace is going to start fourth.
Race number 5,
Shut up.
2026 for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series brings us to Las Vegas. You're watching live on the CW. 12 laps to go, second stage.
Don't worry about yourself. Fuck.
Career stage win in stage 1 is leading.
Sorry, as my folks are driving up the fucking wall.
Just mute, please.
Oh yeah, I remember that Texas race from a few years ago.
This is what feels so good when you're doing that, is that you just get these huge runs that compound down the whole front straightaway.
Some people are complaining, like, why are the Cup guys in this field? They're like, and people are knowing how Raja Cruz should be in that 88 for all 33 races rather than switching to and from teams. But at this rate, they should just be grateful he has a ride for this year.
Yeah, I thought they were going to put Cup guys in the thing. Yeah, that's a good point.
And of course, Carson Qualifo said the one he's in the 9 card for this race.
Set too much distance, set you get back to Toronto so early. This really is deja vu. If you go back to last year, wow.
Oh yeah, I remember Carlos Huertas. Yeah, he was a one-hit wonder in the IndyCar series.
These two cars, the 19 and the 7, without LiUNA behind the wheel. It's almost like he's moved up because he got stalled out behind Justin, but now really not making up the ground. Their lap times fairly similar right here. Oh, it's such a commitment right there to enter right against the wall.
Certainly didn't use a ton of brake right there. You wouldn't think you use a lot of brake up near the wall, but you use a fair amount to settle the front end, settle the car, not let it move around too much on the entry, to have that perfect entry speed that allows you to attach to the wall, which gives you that little bit of effect of holding the car on the right side, and then allows you to get back to the throttle earlier than the car on the bottom.
And he's tight up there right now. You see him turn the wheel, just stays very steady. The car looks significantly more comfortable than what he did in practice earlier today.
Oh, man, they're real tight that line. I don't even know right against the wall.
See him get loose. I love hearing the throttle as he gets up by the wall. You'll hear the drivers use the throttle either to drive up to the wall or start driving kind of away from the wall. We'll get another lap here. Justin's responded now. You see him move up. 7 to go. On radio there, talking lap time where everybody is with 7 to go on the stage. Let's get an update here, Corey Day, Kim.
Yeah, earlier in the day during practice and qualifying, you guys noted the conditions may be a little bit different than typically at Vegas. It was very calm. There was no wind. Well, those conditions have changed a little bit. We are getting gusts, so let's listen to the in-car courtesy of Circuit Communications of Corey Day. So you heard Corey asking, is that the wind? And yes, in fact, flags are horizontal down here. The canopies on the pit boxes are starting to billow. So, Parker, what kind of feel are you getting in a race car if the wind becomes a factor here in Vegas?
That's a great point, Kim. And what it is you see that flag is a tailwind down on the back.
Also, they're showing the cameras on HBO Max too for the onboard for tomorrow. The onboard cameras.
The car will do something suddenly that you're not expecting, and you have to think, well, I did everything the same I did last time. What was that? It was the wind. The other thing that happens is that becomes a headwind into turn one, which means you can carry more throttle, more speed at turn one. The car gains downforce in that case, so it has a lot of effects that you just have to adjust to. And mind you, in the car, you can't feel that wind, obviously, so you've got to get that reference from your team, the spot, or whoever, who tells you that's a factor.
And it's deceiving because it makes it feel so good in turns 1 and 2 that you're like, oh, my balance is great, I've got a ton of grip, but then you get to 3 and 4, and it's the exact opposite. So you said if you can't feel it in the car, you got to kind of watch the flags.
Oh, it's tight right there.
Oops, 00 goes up high.
Of Custer, you see they lost their momentum. Sieg's going to have a run behind both of those guys.
Ryan Sieg, top 10, last 4 races here, 7th or better. Nearly won this race, a playoff event in the fall of 2024. Lost it to A.J. Allmendinger, but hasn't performed at the level I'm sure they would have hoped here today. 14th, as we said, behind Sawalich and Custer.
Yeah, going to stage 2.
Carson Kvapil trying to get some stage points here. He and Brandon Jones racing for 10th with the green and white checkered flag in the offing. Brandon running that really
Yeah, I saw Scott McLaughlin's crash in qualifying. I saw the spin out. Those drivers going for that runoff there, like the 10 and all that.
What will that do to upset the apple cart? We'll see 1 to go on the stage after he comes off turn 4 and back to the start finish line.
42 Nathan Bird.
And 88's been the best car on the racetrack the last 3 or 4 laps, and he's running the bottom, which the typical Kyle Larson is to run the wall.
Final lap, stage 1. I mean, stage 2.
Great lap times right around the bottom of the racetrack.
Jeremy Clements in the free pass position. So how Allgaier handles this could be big as we wrap up the stage. And actually, I take that back. Bird is now in the free pass position. I was right. Clemens is in the free pass position, so he would get the free pass here.
Briscoe's going with the forehead. Steve, here they come to the line. Justin Allgaier is going to sweep the stages.
Second behind him, Gray, Love, and Larson rank the top 5.
Bird fighting for his life at the end right there. It's so good to be able to stay on the lead lap at the end of that stage.
And
Creed
caution.
gets points, Day does as well.
All right, stage 2 results. Justin Allgaier, Chase Briscoe, Taylor Gray, Jesse Love, Kyle Larson, Sheldon Creed, Corey Day, Connor Zillish, Austin Hill, and Carson Coapel.
Wins the stage. It's a great evening in Sin City, and we're happy you're with us live on the CW.
It was just only 3 weeks ago.
Hey. How are you doing that?
One vacation that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
That's rough. But hey, with SafeLight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
It's your insurance. You fix it any way you want with SafeLight. SafeLight replace.
I realized the movie bundle when you save on insurance is every day.
It's like you're talking my love language.
Well, I've been taking word classes online.
Wow.
Only pay for what you need. Liberty.
Look at this. Endless big butterfly shrimp for us, endless steak for them.
Oh, did you know that buffet is French for happy wallet? I think so. Well, amigo, you just got schooled in buffet economics. ACE's YardRx program prescribes the best lawn care specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed. ACE is the place to go for hardware, folks.
Tuesday, NXT on the CW Cruise. Everything's bigger in Texas as the action hits Houston.
This is going to be pure chaos.
All new this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
It's Mark here at Trademark Poland Spa, coming to you from 84 cities and 14 counties. We've forgotten the traditional way of building a pool by using subcontractors. We do all those phases right here in-house at Trademark Poland Spa. We use companies like Jambi, Pebble Technologies, Lincoln Aquatic. Whether you're renovating that swimming pool or building a brand new one, at Trademark Poland Spa, all things are possible.
So we were the old Jim Boy's test kitchen and told the chef, we need something new, something simple, like a delicious snack. He just grinned and pulled out the freshest ingredients. We put them all together like he was planting the Mona Lisa. Then wrapped it in a crispy Parmesan crusted tortilla shell, not just one way, but 3 different ways. Ta-da! The Jim Boy's Snackeritos. These massive pieces, and at just $4.95 each, no bad decisions here.
This is Casey, our dream meteorologist for feeling young. We've got ourselves a warm and comfortable evening with temperatures in the 60s on our way down to lows near 52 degrees under partly cloudy skies.
Get KCRA free weather updates every hour on Market PH, brought to you by Diablo Grills. For over a decade, Diablo Grills has been offering quality outdoor products for low retail prices. Build the outdoor kitchen of your dreams. Call 916-361-7100.
It's the perfect time to
Oh,
save
look
love
how
with
windy
Arby's
it
new
is.
$7.99 meat in 3-box. Arby's is giving you a whole lot of food with a classic roast beef or crispy fish sandwich and 3 delicious sides. More meal for your money. Scan the QR code to order now. In the Arby's app, Arby's, we have the mates and Carl Let's here hanging out with you in the CW garage, breaking the series record last weekend for most consecutive consecutive seasons with the win was pretty cool for Justin Allgaier, but getting his crew chief Andrew Overstreet back into victory lane for the first time since 2024 is what made it so special. Allgaier called his Phoenix win and Andrew win, recalling the good pit strategy and adjustments after starting 17th last weekend. He said Andrew is the perfect balance of being prepared without reinventing the wheel for a 17 that stayed mostly intact this all season. We're seeing that confidence come to play with stage 1 and stage 2 wins, Adam.
If I was a crew chief, I would say just put me at Phoenix with Justin Allgaier, right? Especially if it was my birthday, which it was last week, as we say, for Andrew Overstreet. All around, just a great day for that team. Big win, and he's in charge here today. Allgaier in front, Briscoe, Gray, Love, and Larson. Jeremy Clements did get the free pass. He'll get back on the lead lap. Pit stops after stage 2. Progressive pit road is open again.
Adam Carlin mentioned it. Justin Allgaier sweeping those stages, but that last adjustment didn't really help on the tight condition. Still tight centers, high migration on the left side. Needed more rear security. Crew chief Andrew Overstreet was going to make a small air pressure adjustment to get the front turning a little bit better for this next run. 4 tires fuel, Dylan.
Chase Briscoe said he was super loose into one, tight lane into 3, which they thought might be due to the wind. So Chase's only request was to not tighten him up. Just wanted to be a touch better if they can. Make a small adjustment there. The 54 Taylor Gray at the bottom said he started to build front grip too late, but can't be any more laterally free than he is right now. No big adjustments for them.
A repeat of what we had at the end of stage 1, the race off progressive pit road. And it's going to be Jesse Love plus 3. Allgaier loses 1. Briscoe off the 3rd, Creed, and Gray the last off of the pit lane inside the top 5. One vacation that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
That's rough. But hey, with Safe Flight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
$69, you guys, are you kidding me?
Butterfly shrimp and steak to go. Tonight, we feast.
If I remember that.
Royalty.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
You're banished from the land.
Not yet! Huzzah!
It
smells so good. Not yet! Huzzah!
At Car Shield, we want our employees to be themselves.
Where's my yogurt?
But at the end of the day, it's all about the customer.
Car Shield's doing it better than anybody else alive. They're the money saving, the roadside assistant, other guys protecting you from expensive car breakdowns. Car Shield tires.
Yeah, I remember MTJ winning at Phoenix that year.
Some people cooling off on the sidelines while they're just getting warmed up.
DirecTV.com. Do you know I played high school? Really? I thought so. I didn't go to high school. Anyway, it's never been easier to keep up with your favorite sports on live TV and streaming apps. So, wait, there's no ice in yours. I'm gonna run a perfect good minute.
Somebody
Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the Health Food today. Right now, it saves 20% on everything you need all year. From the whole store to your front door, with service no delivery guarantee.
is brought to you by Golden Corral. Golden Corral offers our nation's heroes. Progressive Insurance. Get in the savings lane today. Visit progressive.com. And by the Credit One Bank, NASCAR American Express car.
Ryan Ellis got the hood up. My heart don't.
Ready for the final stage here in Las Vegas. Stage 1, stage 2. You can run through, don't need any fuel. This final stage, everybody gonna have to make a pit stop. You got most people have 2 sets of stickers on pit lane. Some guys have problems having to make a stop early in the race, so they may be in a different situation. But the players up front should all have 2 sets. We'll see how they manage it. Jesse Love, great effort by the 2 crew on pit lane is in charge. As we begin the final stage, Allgaier to his right, row 2, Green and Briscoe.
I'll be back tomorrow. Archie here. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, green flag. Time for stage number 3.
Just lost a host of positions when he went up there. Just doesn't have the grip on the restart. He's never now go up to the top. Larson's a little to the middle. 3 wide out back.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's that he doesn't have the grip up there. I think it's just the new tires. The guys have so much grip on the bottom. He doesn't look as impressive. Simplicity throttle that they can use. Just less distance. Top 10 every mile lap racing. Here we go. Nice race there for Briscoe. With disastrous. Got first to the top. Fell back. Next back in the middle. 3 wide. Just trying to gather positive momentum at that point. It stopped up leading a little bit. Looks like he might have. There he goes to the top.
Here goes Briscoe to the top.
Oh, there's an 19 into the wall. That time it basically looked like so. Joe Racing Toyota's right there. On your right, number 18, Sir Walsh. You're in 9th right now. Just behind him, you got Jones, you got Briscoe. So Sammy Smith trying to make something happen.
Damn,
There it is on the replay.
Briscoe's wall riding a bit.
Yeah, that was pretty good contact right there as well. Audio popped back out, but did he bend any of the suspension? The rear, hopefully okay.
19's dropping back. Yeah, he's losing spots. Hello, Moody Gameplays. Welcome to the stream. Having a good day today. Briscoe's. Oh wow, he is starting to slow down.
Back to the front. Love leading Allgaier. Then slow down and cause a wreck right here.
So was he trying to get the pit rope? Yeah, he missed it right there.
Huge wreck on before. And he was doing what you do there, which is watch your mirror, just hoping the 44 would have went up because he cleared his racetrack behind him, but he did the right things. He said, saw that, thought better of stopping the brakes, trying to stop when it was so late, but it was too late to
now Briscoe's coming to pit road.
Here after all that calamity.
He's gonna lose 2 laps.
Overcome an unscheduled green flag pit stop because everybody's going to have to make one. Problem here, not here. Briscoe's outside the fuel window, so he'll have to come back. This is just really disastrous to come down in this situation.
Now, watch this battle. You got the lead over here on the right. Jesse Love, I saw last lap. Through turns 1 and 2, he's going to counter what he did different. He ran a little higher through 1 and 2.
Got a really good lap the last time through, but the 7 still just has a little more front grip. Trying to work to his inside. Now he's going to be in the preferred position down here on
I'll go over to the inside. He's going to take it.
Love counter. Now he's going to get him on the inside.
Jesse did all he could to get down that door there. Justin trying to squeeze him into the corner, doing every good to disrupt the air, but to no avail. It's Justin comes to that white line. He found the grip, got the car rotated, was able to slip on by. Yeah, how do you protect that, Jimmy, when you get beat on the top and the bottom?
Yeah, you're going to have to make some good adjustments to your car because the 7 is just, man, he has the momentum right now. That great win last week in Phoenix, and he comes up such a good track for himself. He and Andrew Overstreet are doing an awesome job together, making the right adjustments. And it's not like we've seen all of the Junior Motorsports cars up front today. They've kind of been scattered a little bit throughout the top 10 or 12. I know Zilich had some issues earlier. Even Larson hasn't had a stellar day. 7 car doing an awesome job.
Junior Motorsports has won 4 times at Las Vegas, including their first ever victory as an organization in 2008. With the Hall of Famer Mark Martin pulled in the victory lane. It's really, really cool moment for JRM. And here they are all these years later, over 100 wins, and Allgaier in charge of the field one more time.
And the key here for Jesse Love is to do exactly what he just did there in 3 and 4. He basically followed the tire tracks of just Allgaier to learn how to be on that bottom lane. Now he does something different 1 and 2, but I thought it was interesting in 3 and 4 when Allgaier first got ahead of him. He missed the bottom, basically a lap or 2 in a row, and then that last time was able to get right down there and actually gain a little bit of just on the exits. We see Austin Hill on the inside of Zilich here. Austin gets that white line. He's the one who taught a lot of us that this was the line to use back in 2023. He used it to get to victory lane.
The paint scheme on the 1 car is actually an unused concept from the 90s that Dale Earnhardt could have ran. So it's technically a throwback in a way.
Childers on the pit box working hard. Goes back to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. So much success at the Cup level, in particular with Kevin Harvick. You think about the run they had at Stewart-Haas Racing. Some question marks about where he was going to land in his career, but comes to Junior Motorsports doing a great job. And here we are for the lead.
He's back to the lead.
Two returns the favor. The reigning champ is leading once again.
Almost seeing the vulnerability out of the 7 car right there. You see the line in the back now. It wasn't that Jesse Love had a spectacular lap. The 7 of Allgaier had a really bad set of quarters in turns 3 and 4. See that balance?
Yeah, he didn't get
He got loose, early, and then just didn't get the momentum on the exit.
He didn't get to the white line. You get stuck in almost no man's land at that point if you don't commit and get to that white line. We saw Jesse do that earlier and learned from it, counteracted it, and is now able to get to the lead. Let's take a listen to Justin Allgaier's radio.
You're talking about the balance of that car being too loose. I say this is the track to be too loose at because of the speeds that you have. It's so hard to hang on. First time we've seen the 7 have a little bit of a weakness right here. The 2 capitalized on it. Slowly driving away right now.
And you can see, Justin, just that last time for 3 and 4, there was a lot of wheel to the right, basically counteracting the slide from the right rear. So, and look at Sheldon Creed even gaining on him. So it's almost like a switch flipped here from Justin Allgaier in terms of being so dominant and suddenly being too loose.
Last 2 champs running 1-2, but they're closing on Allgaier. Creed, great day, the top 5.
Closed captioning for today's race is brought to you by Tableau TV. Day once, watch forever.
4 wide.
Plus, pause and record all the action.
And Progressive makes getting claim support so easy.
Jim Lyons is passive progressive.
Wow, they support you, Grandma supports you. You're a lucky guy.
Joe doesn't have progressive and takes it out on those who do.
And Progressive makes it easy to make changes to my policy.
Oh, good. You can have Sarah here.
It's Julie.
Right. Sarah was the one your mom really liked. Hi, Julie.
I'm putting my Progressive savings towards another cruise.
Look how young you are.
Don't be passive progressive.
Look how cute you were
Get good coverage and savings for yourself.
before you could talk.
Unlike other value meals, Arby's new $7.99 meat and 3 bucks has 3 sides, not just one. It's more meal for your money. Seriously. It's more meal for your money. Oh, where'd that come from?
51's back up to 19.
You can buy and sell all sorts of collectibles.
You need to get on there because you never know what you're going to find. Stay tuned over here, lad. Here we go. Adding SpongeBob to my collection. This is a success.
It's too much fun.
That's right.
I've been told my whole life that I'm pretty fast. For a girl. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's not true. Because with the right team, you write your own story. So no, I'm not fast for a girl. I'm fast, period.
You fought against the odds in every inch of every race. With endless determination and grace. All your hard work and dedication brought you to where you are today.
Here we go.
Keep moving forward. Dear Doctor,
That's right.
3 visits and 1 enabler. Learn more at breasttree.com. Television is News Nation. News Nation connects all Americans and is news for all Americans. To find News Nation on your screen, go to newsnationnow.com. Jesse Love leading in Las Vegas for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Taylor Gray trying to get second away from Justin Allgaier. Sheldon Creed right there.
Under the shadow where it is hot.
Seem is searching now for the bottom of the middle. High, trying to find
Double man.
way too free right now for the 7.
Oh, crash.
Number 6 today. And the 4th race there on track 2016 Thompson.
Saying, I've been watching this battle. They
Go.
were going at it back and forth. There was 4 or 5 of them together. And there were a lot of moments that it was close, and it finally happened.
Flip the 48 might have been in that too. So my ears in the
Side by side, 3 wide at times. We were commentating on it, about it because it was a lot of fun to watch.
It's hard to maintain your concentration during break with McMurray reacting to everything that the fans at home are saying.
26 went for a spin.
26.
Just know it's the exact same thing.
Who's the 26? Who's the 26?
What?
Who's the 26?
Dean Thompson. Teammate with Harrison Burton. Oh, yeah.
You'll have to come one more time.
This is a little bit later into this pick here from Dean Thompson, Patrick Starpoli. But if we look there, top right of your screen, you can see they're both going around. It's kind of an indication of what we saw earlier in the race. Remember, Connor Zilich had that moment of Jeremy Clements beginning in lap 2. You had the same with Cole Custer getting loose through there. When you hit those bumps, you have a car on your outside. At times, it's going to be really hard to hold on. Let's take a listen to Patrick Starpoli's radio. Sums it up. Yeah, it's exactly what we thought. It's all part of the learning experience in these cars. Side force is a thing, and if you get it taken away from you, a lot of times you go for a run.
First car 1 lap down, Ryan Ellis, he gets the free pass. Next guy would have been Chase Briscoe, who would make the unscheduled stop. So he'll stay a lap down unless he would take the wave around here.
Pit road's open.
How he manages this. 2 sets of tires laying for all these front runners. Progressive
They're the bunnies.
and they're taking advantage, Kim.
And Justin Allgaier in that 7 car break to a team is way freer than that run. In fact, he had 10 middle. He wasn't able to put any wheel into it. In the previous stop, they took air pressure adjustment. don't even last you make a chassis. It doesn't even track car right there. You say, Dylan.
Jesse Love in the middle of the screen set up okay, but the track felt like it swung free. So he told Danny Stockman, if you think it's going to keep doing that, give me some lateral grip. I'll take a half round out with right rear to do that. Taylor Gray hasn't said much on the radio this run. They've been pretty happy with their race car. 4 tires and fuel for the 54.
We'll get the race off Progressive Pit Road. Love maintains. Two's been incredible today. That crew, outstanding. Gray +1. Creed gets a spot. +2 for Connor Zillage. All got her lost power in that exchange. 80 laps to go in Las
Trabajo.
Very weird.
Are you sick of tire dressings that start out greasy and quickly fade brown over time? Introducing Cerakote's Rapid Ceramic Tire Coat. Cerakote's true ceramic technology has a chocolate and lasts up to 10 times longer than traditional dressings. Just rub it on to get professional show inside without the greasy mess it slings on your vehicle. You can trust Cerakote's #1 selling family of products with over 60,000 5-star reviews. This is the best tire coat protectant you'll ever use, guaranteed. Plus today for under $20.
Somewhere out there, someone's paying $30 for a single plate of steak and shrimp. What? At a lobster tail, and you're pushing $50? Really?
But here, it's only $7.99.
And here we're calling it's actually fire. What is? Yeah, it's fire. It's fireball.
Trying to predict the future is a hazardous occupation. The only thing we can be sure of is that it will be absolutely fantastic. I'm thinking of the incredible breakthrough of the communication satellite. These things will make possible a world in which we can be in instant contact with each other wherever we may be. When that time comes, the whole world must come to a point.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, Craftsman, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery, or ready for pickup in just 15 minutes, conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, when you need it stuff, with service so good it's guaranteed. Ace is the place to go for hardware, folks.
For 250 years, America has depended on the courage of those who serve. They've defended our freedom and helped us become the nation we are today. At Wounded Warrior Project, we honor the past by building a better future for post 9/11 veterans, service members, and their families. They've given us their best. Join us in supporting them through the next 250 years of strength and resilience. Visit woundedwarriorproject.org/USA250.
What causes a current death in Parkinson's disease? Is there somebody I can talk to around?
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for Parkinson's disease. Find your urology specialist who treats PD and goGetSomebody.com.
We've been selling all day the success of that two-pit crew. Twice they've won the battle off the pit lane. They held serve in this most recent cycle, but unfortunately, there was a penalty, safety violation.
Right, so here they are on pit lane. Take a look at the top of your screen. That's Danny Stockman falls over the wall trying to catch the tire, Dylan. But was he supposed to be there?
Yeah, so that's the kind of other layer of this story. They had a pit crew member who was late getting out here, had some flight issues from what I understand, and Danny was kind of called in at the last minute to try to catch that tire. So not last minute for today. So not exactly how they drew it up, obviously, from everything. And here's some radio to tell more of the story.
Oh, it's because the tire rolled away, and I fell over the ball that hit the bottom. That's why. All right.
Jesse loves story. He asked what happened, right? You gotta love the passion of Danny Stockman. It's not again, right? Such a cool guy, but he's just so fired up all the time. Hey, by the way,
right, back to green.
Around, he's back on the
Taylor Gray's going to be leading it.
54 jumps away, and Connor Zilic right in the game. Had the problems lap two, but he's fought his way back to second. That's Creed in third. Larson and Day up there.
Zilic looking the outside. They're getting some clean air of the nose, but just doesn't quite have the run, the momentum off of four. Gray gets away by a little bit.
What a recovery by the one team. Zilic had that issue early. Kind of slowly work their way back to the front. Good pit stops. Now finds himself in a great position as Creed's going to get to his outside. Creed's been good all day long, running that second
Creed
lane.
looking high.
Creed solid on the mile and a half a year ago. Flexing his muscles here, waiting for his opportunity. Goes outside of Zilic for second, and he's all clear. 0 to the runner-up spot behind Taylor Gray.
And got the momentum down the front stretch. Might even have a little bit of a run here. See what he does with Gray out front. You see Taylor goes to the bottom. Look at Sheldon get that run through the middle again. Did he get it on the exit? It's a little tight there. Oh, contact! Oh.
Everything he gained gone now. Allgaier lost those spots on pit road, and he's trying to come back.
Corey Day up to third.
Corey Day is 17, up to third. This is his kind of track. Fourth year last fall, ninth or better. In the last few races, he's been impressive.
And Zilic already had damaged that right front, so you gotta be worried about the integrity of the bodywork there. If it starts rubbing up that tire, that's a serious hit right there. It's the outside
Yeah,
wall.
Zilic brushed the wall there.
That's already slightly damaged.
And you think about the Cup drivers coming to run on Saturday. Custer had the slide. Briscoe gets in the wall. Now Zilic is in the wall. The car not handling the way that Larson would like. They've all faced their adversities here today, and the series regulars have come to play.
See Sheldon continuing to try to make that second lane work, then turning back down the racetrack, trying to get a little bit of a run down the backstretch. It looks like he's better than the 54 right now. Just has to figure out how to complete the pass right here. Taylor probably driving into the mirror, going into where the Sheldon is.
And look at Love right of your screen, starting to drive back through after the penalty. Plus 10 since the restart, and going to the outside of Anthony Alfredo for 18th.
Jesse Love making the comeback.
Through, but this is one of the toughest parts of the race to make up time. Everyone's had the chance to work on their cars. It's going to get harder and harder as he comes through the field to make those passes to be so much faster. So you see Sheldon trying to go to the outside. You look at that flag up there. Huge gust of wind down the back stretch, making these cars still handling into three.
And the wind's gusting almost 25 miles per hour right now. Wasn't even supposed to be windy today. It just continues to get worse. You know the drivers are struggling with that into turn 3.
There it is. Jesse Love is.
Corey Day, you hit on him a little bit, Adam. I thought this would be a good race for him just because of how he ran last year and based on how they started. But the fact that he's ahead of all those, the majority of the junior motorsports cars, and it's been continuous all day long. You see Larson right there and Allgaier, Corey Day in front of both of them right now. It's been a great day for him.
So much of this Parker reminds me of what we saw out of Zilic last year, and I said it earlier. Then you take the opening couple of stages to go to school, get educated, and then you bounce in the final stage. We've seen it so many times. And Carson Quattro has been impressive in that 9 as well. Just can't sing his praises enough. Driving a third different car in consecutive weeks, but once again, putting himself in position for success racing Larson.
The 19 thought they had a really good car in practice earlier today. It's taken him the whole race, though, to work his way to the front. He's been pretty methodical. You see right here with a couple of his teammates. Larson on his inside. Zilic has been able to continue, even with that damage on the right front, but no damage on the 9 car. He's had a solid day. It's been a great year for him.
Caution is out, 7th of the day.
The 07 went for a spin.
Patrick Starr pole in a 48.
48.
I believe there was been a movement off of turn 4, actually further down on the front stretch potentially, where this happened. Patrick Starr just had that incident with Dean Thompson. Got loose underneath him. They spun in 1 and 2, trying to come back to the field.
Both these drivers outside the top 25. I'm a big fan of Patrick Starpoli, and he's going to tracks that he hasn't seen before and putting himself in positions really that he's not been in as a race car driver. But this eye doctor who's taken a sabbatical to do it full time in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, you know, you got to put an asterisk on his results because he's facing something different than everyone else, but he's doing a nice job.
100%. He just always gets better through the races. As we look here off of 4, Blicky just got into his left rear, came up the racetrack. The track kind of condenses a little bit off of 4 here. So we get a shot of Chase Briscoe's on.
Good. Oh, so that's what happens. So the 07 and 48 right for a spin off 4 and down the front straight.
That's on Josh. But I think to your point, you know, we were commenting in break at one point, you know, you look at his races, he was back in the 30s for stage 1. By stage 2, he's inside the top 30. By stage 3, he was running there racing in the top 20. It's that kind of progression that you want to see. He's definitely got the skills to be here, but just trying to learn so much. And every time we talk to him, each every weekend almost, he goes, this is the first time I've ever seen this place. That's incredible to be doing this at this level against drivers and teams that have been, you know, going these places for years. So doing a good job there. I love that qualifying lap he had earlier today. He was committed. Looks fast, hit the wall. They've had to come back to that all day, but definitely he's doing a good job. Similar to what we've seen out of Carson Waffle and Corey Day, who are doing it different end of the field with different experience, though.
Outside the pit window here, all those front runners still have a set of tires to work with as we round out the day. And Corey made a lot of headlines in those first few races of the year, and there was some negative talk, but he went through the reset. He looked his problems right in the eyes and goes last week to Phoenix and gets that top 10. Very impressive there, and starting to go to tracks, you know, now a second time, and you just know that that's going to infuse some confidence for him. And he was already impressive in Las Vegas in his first go around last fall, and doing today what you would expect, stepping up in third.
And I think we're getting rumbling towards here as we get later in this race. This is when the restarts get a little bit more aggressive, and we've seen, Jamie, that outside lane doesn't quite work. And I feel like when you get later into these races, as we look, pit road will be open. It's a tough decision. What do you do? How aggressive do you get? We'll see if anyone chooses to come down.
Ooh, we're going to get a couple of little fake outs right there.
I don't think anybody's actually coming. Right. Jones comes in, maybe taking a chance.
He was really close to that orange box when he came down pit road. You know, he had worked his way back to 17th. Split decision here. Some of the drivers coming down pit road, Dylan.
Yeah, we saw Brandon Jones. He's on the right of the screen and went hit first. Was listening to the 2 radio, and there was a lot of discussion between Jesse and Danny Stockman about what the right move was. They are very, very close, they feel like, to being able to make it from here on fuel. So that is what they're going to do. Fuel only. They'll save their last set of tires, and if nothing else, maybe on the last stop, this may give them a little bit shorter fill if they're able to drive back through the field. But some interesting strategy moves here that you can do when you're a little bit deeper in the field.
So back and watch Jesse Love when he's coming in here. You've got to have all 4 tires below that orange box.
Just makes it.
He almost came to a complete stop before he decided to come in. The rest of those strategy playing out. His 2-car tries to come from behind. Taylor Gray leading with 65 to go.
This isn't just a motorcycle. It's an engineering miracle. A time machine.
It's a good friend. It's all your friends.
It's your inner child. There's all the stars and scouts. As America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive protects whatever it needs.
Wait, are you talking to me? Sorry, I can't hear anything like this thing on.
This isn't just
No. I started.
Oh, that's you, sorry.
Arby's Meat and Free Box includes your choice of classic roast beef or crispy chicken, and now you can also get the big crispy fish sandwich. So get your choice of meat and 3 sides, all for just $7.99.
Arby's, we have the meat. If you're over 50, Consumer Cellular has special deals for you. Need unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data?
That'll be $35 per month, or way more with big wireless. And if you look at 2 lines, consumer cellular is almost half the price. Plus, extra lines are just $20 each per month. Why haven't you switched? Got questions? Just call us. See how we can cut your bills. If you're over 50, get 2 unlimited lines for $30 each. Call Consumer Cellular.
That tangy taste explosion with a fruity kick is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to taking this?
Oh my God, Jane!
Where you can buy and sell all sorts of collectibles.
You need to get on there because you never know what you're going to find. 3, 2, 1, we are live. Here we go. I just found the boss my collection.
This is a success.
It's the good spot.
Hey, let's go for a drive.
Returning the favor is a gift.
Superior vote?
The Choose Roll brought to you by Freeway Insurance. More ways to choose, more ways to save. Freeway, your way. Top 2, both going bottom lane there.
Well, I think this is sort of the choices I was talking about there before we had the stops. That it's more and more aggressive, and it kind of gives you the opportunity to either slot in the second or try and push it free wide into turn 1 at times. If you can catch Taylor Gray sleeping a little bit, so we'll see what Sheldon decides to do.
Corey Day said, I'll take the front row. Thank you very much. And now we take a look at his replay. Brought to you by Progressive. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit progressive.com. The focus, Jesse Love. And here we are, Jim Rose. Lead the race, win the battle off. You get trapped back in traffic. Do you come to pit road or not? They come barely get inside.
Yeah, Jesse Love got lucky not getting a penalty there.
He makes it work. They top off the fuel tank, and prior to the choose, he was 28th. But they saved that set of tires. And they're good on fuel, so if this thing runs out, could work out for him. He's back there with Briscoe, who had taken the weight around. Both these drivers, kind of in a similar spot trying to drive through here.
The play for Love is hoping it runs green here. Maybe he can make it. And Briscoe has the tires, has 4 tires on, so it's going to be fun to see.
All right, back to green. Here we go.
Here, they make that outside work at all. And Sheldon did not get a good launch. He was not in the rear bumper there. Taylor Gray was in 17. Corey getting a big run down the back. Now the side draft into 3. We'll see who comes out on top. Slowing each other down right there. We got drivers on the outside. Both of them trying to make that work. Sheldon seemed double right now. Spotters like there's another one.
Oh, there goes the 51. Dang, what a save. Damn, 51 got lucky.
In the running order of the restart of those that came down and got tires there. So this is where the opportunity comes in. There's going to be a lot of give and take here as we ride on board with Briscoe.
Yeah, and we've got some different players in the front, guys. As this race has evolved, Allgaier was dominant at one point. This is awesome to watch the speed that 19 has. Not only a good car, but also having those 4 fresh tires. See Allgaier getting a little bit of momentum back here inside of Larson, but it just seems like as the races went on, we keep seeing different guys start moving to the front. Take a look here. Sherry Clements, see Brandon Jones on the outside.
4 wide. Damn. Oh, wow, that was close. Damn, the 21 in contact with the 28.
Holding on to this car. You start to see it wiggle there.
Wow.
Battle for the lead down the bottom. Corey
Had to save it, even if it meant hitting the wall. All right, new leader. Corey Day to the lead here at Las Vegas. Let's go.
In the lead in Las Vegas.
Yeah, interested to see him run through the middle right here. You know, once he got the lead, see, he had Taylor the bottom. I feel like Taylor's struggling just a little bit here. His Creed's all over the back of him right now, too. But
Here we got all the junior motorsports cars in the top.
to get to the lead here.
It's just incredible with the amount of experience he has in these cars, how quickly he's figured out the aero. When we talked to him last week in Phoenix, you know, still all the things he doesn't know, and that he knows he doesn't know, and how much he's learning. And to be able to put himself in a position like this in the lead later on in this race, just continually learning and evolving and getting better. That's what you want to see. This is what Kyle Larson has seen in this young man. This is what Jeff Gordon has seen in this young man. Rick Hendrick. This is why he's in the seat he is, because they saw this potential in Corey Day. He's showing it right now in the lead.
Yeah, we've referenced the fact that, you know, he's been running the high limit sprint car races next door here, Thursday night, Friday night. Well, this is just race one for him today, because he's going to run the high limit bar again tonight. These guys are running sprint cars, so sprint car guys are nuts. They ran
Unbelievable. Moving further to the top three, Day, Gray, and Creed. Right behind them, it's a junior motorsports parade. They've got positions 4 to 8 in the running order. One more time, we look at the battle for the lead.
Yeah, he just was up the top, had a little bit of a run. When they slid, he had the momentum. Made it look easy right there into turn 3. Not driving away, though. Like, as you watch this, his first 3 or 4 are all running almost identical lap times. Creed's moving around, just trying to find grip. And I think what they're looking at.
So far, the regulars are doing a good job keeping the tough guys at bay.
Is on the move right now, about 2 tenths quicker than all 3 of
And
these
my
guys.
cars
Things
come.
that's concerning me about Corey Day here is just how he's not really committed to a line there. You know, he's going to the middle of 1 and 2, which can work in short bursts, but you don't want to be there too often. And then he's just a bit low off the bottom in 3 and 4 this time. He gets to the bottom of 1 and 2. That was a smooth move. And then in 3 and 4, it just seems like he's not able to get to that white line. So we'll see if that continues to last. But that 7, on the other hand, was committed once again.
And I think that's just part of the learning process. I mean, he's just trying to figure it all out right now of where his car's good. His spotter's good. He's a little bit loose right there. I saw the back get out from underneath him. Hasn't been out front all day, right? So your balance is going to be a little different in clean air. And this is just all part of the learning process. We talk about it with Corey Day. We talk about it with Star Foley. Listen, it's the only way you learn is to go out and race and try to figure it out.
Kicking up dust up there, no doubt. Yeah, thinking about those drivers that came down pit road at lap 134. Brandon Jones on tires has worked his way to 10th. Jesse Love didn't take tires. He's back up to 14th. And look at Gray peeking to the inside. 53 to go. And it's a 3-man dance. Soon to be 4 as Allgaier drives up there.
That was a great example of what I've been watching down at 3 and 4 from Corey. He just doesn't quite get to the bottom. He has this large arc. He's not timing the deceleration perfectly to get to the white line, and therefore you get caught in almost like a no man's land a little bit. It gave the 54 a big run. I think he pushed.
Oh, 54 gets. Oh, wow. They put the 54 and the cautions out.
Heavy damage right front, Taylor Gray.
Yeah, Sheldon Creed just turned it.
Wow. He's not going to be happy with Sheldon Creed.
We'll have to go back and look at that. It just didn't make sense. You see Gray trying to get to the inside of the 17. I don't. It was like the 00 had a little bit of a run as well.
It was like Sheldon wanted to push him, right? Like you do earlier down the straightaway, but didn't detach from him early enough as they got into the corner. We're still pushing. This could be a message.
Yeah, potentially. Here might be the savior right here. And yeah, here we go.
Yep. Express displeasure.
I love it. I don't know if Toluca's number 1, I think.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Here's Sheldon Creed radio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, so I don't know that he was attached. Yeah, that's an interesting perspective that Sheldon has there, because it looked to me like he was trying to get inside of Corey Davis. I don't really know that that's a block, as we'll get a better look at it here from an aerial view. Sheldon has the run off the top, ton of momentum. Taylor does sort of move the bottom, but he's also going below the 17, and Sheldon uses the front bumper to say, you will not be doing that. I don't know that I get what Sheldon's saying right there, but I don't know that hitting somebody on corner entry is the could have gotten both of those guys.
You know, they can get loose with the slightest contact.
Yeah, it's not a slight tap in a short track movie.
Yeah, that right front is dead.
Miles an hour at that point down in the corner. You know when you hit someone like that, that's going to be the result. Well, the one thing that we don't know, and that only drivers know between themselves, is the history they have between the two. There might be more there than what we see, but it's awful egregious 50 laps to go in the race.
You know, I'm just thinking about the big picture perspective for Joe Gibbs Racing, and we said it. They're without a top 5 this season, and their best opportunity today, no doubt, was Taylor Gray. Let's get some more 00 radio Sheldon Creed's team. There, so maybe we'll get into it a little bit later on. Pit road is open. Everybody's in the window now. Some guys have already taken a set of tires here, but these drivers have not. Day leading them down Progressive Pit Road, Kim.
Yeah, and Corey Day leading his first laps in the series.
Might be the last stops they'll make for today unless we get another caution.
Chassis adjustment. Justin Allgaier there in the center there, and take fresh tires to Novo Fuel, and then finally Sheldon Creed. That missed audio that you didn't hear, he said, man, that was my fault, that you can only block a guy so many times. Had been frustrated with the 54. He said free entry, tight center, but he's been fighting all day. Dirty air, real bad for the 00.
Execution has been big all day on the pit lane. We'll see how it all shakes out in the race off Progressive Pit Road. Sheldon Creed and the 00 team able to jump in front of the 17 of Corey Day. He wins the race off Progressive Pit Road, +1 for the 9 of Quapple. Larson gets a spot. Allgaier goes 2 in the wrong direction. And the other thing to point out here is some drivers that come down in lap 134, among them Brandon Jones. No tires left. He stays out here. You know, and he was probably on the wrong side of it as far as fuel mileage, but this caution will help him save a little bit.
It's part of the choices you have to make in these O'Reilly Series races when it gets down late and with tire limits. Sometimes it puts you in a bit of a box, and you kind of have to make some choices that may look suspect from the outside, but are kind of the position you're in. Yeah, but they were in the best position if it runs green. He has the tires. He's going to know how you do it. You take a little bit of a gamble there. It just didn't work out for him right here. But he's not. It's not like he's on extremely old tires, but it is definitely going to be a deficit for him. These guys with 4 new tires behind him. I'll say this though: you get them out of balance on tires, and you get a restart here. It's going to be entertaining. We'll have it for you next. Caution number 8 advance.
Today's also Pi Day.
You get more than promo products. You get the certainty of personal service, design expertise, and unmatched quality to make your moment shine. Visit
Let's see this.
Are you sick of tire dressings that start out greasy and quickly fade and brown over time? Introducing Cerakote's Rapid Ceramic Tire Coat. Cerakote's true ceramic technology has just the right amount of shine and lasts up to 10 times longer than traditional dressings. Just wipe it on to get professional showroom shine without the greasy mess that slings on your vehicle. You can trust Cerakote's #1 selling family of products with over 60,000 5-star reviews. This is the best tire coat protectant you'll ever use, guaranteed. Buy today for under $20.
I think it's 30 now.
Stella Tom has it all. From muscle tea to love birthday. Oh my gosh, I forgot the sauce. Here's your idea of LiUNA. always love Open the Box. Shop in-store or online for curated cookware, bakeware, and anything you want to make with. Or let's up for those who love to cook in the kitchen. When expectations are high, there's no room for uncertainty. To maximize impact, your logo needs to look great on the right gear and arrive on time. And that starts with Ford Imprint. Visit FordImprint.com. Ford Imprint, for certain.
Big restart coming inside of 50 laps to go at Vegas. The choose rule brought to you by Freeway Insurance. More ways to choose, more ways to save. Freeway your way. And keep in mind as we do the choose, top three stayed out here. Sheldon Creed, the first on fresh tires, goes to the inside. Corey Day goes with him.
And that's where Sheldon would want to be, because you can go to the inside here. Potentially, if you get a better restart and sort of get free wide if they're still side by side in the front row, and using those new tires, all the grip he'll have, be able to get away from them. But this will be interesting.
Hey, let's go back and get that Sheldon Creed radio presented by Starkey. Scan the QR code now.
Yeah, I mean, that was my call. Like it's a block at the same time. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm on.
Yeah, I mean, I think with 50 laps to go, it's just too aggressive, and then that will come back to haunt him. I think that, at a later date, Taylor Gray will catch him, and it looks like they return the favor. Sheldon's had a fast car all day long. I don't know that he needed to be that aggressive early on, but that was his decision. I'm going to have to live with it.
Yeah, those blocks can be frustrating, but did Taylor do anything wrong or out of the ordinary? Absolutely.
All right, Brandon Jones is the new leader. You got Anthony Alfredo on the front row.
He's trying to get to the inside. I don't think it was over the top for sure. I think Sheldon will regret that one when he looks back at it.
Top three stayed out. They're on those, older tires. Front row, Jones, Alfredo. Outside of row two, Jet Burton is the other one that stayed out here. First time Jones has led laps this year. Here we are once
Here we
again.
go. Well, the only one who can get a top five for Gibbs the first top five for Gibbs this year could most likely be Brandon Jones. Larson's coming. Briscoe's.
Has to be smoking right now. As they see him both of his cars out front. Sheldon Creed fell way back here. On that restart, he got absolutely swamped.
Red Sloth is also up there.
Outside the top five now, trying to fight back.
Great management for Seth Chafka and everyone with that 19 team. He hit the wall line to make the unscheduled pit stop, did the wave around. They kept him in the game, and there he is, right in the high line.
Look at this go battle here. If he gets the right rear here, just all right. You get the side draft, the draft in front of him. Oh, he's the inside of his teammate Suarez right there. He's just where they're not.
And then Parker Retzlaff is sixth with flat tires. They're trying to get Viking Motorsports their third top 10 finish of the year.
4 wide.
Top 10, watch, look out.
Whoa.
Dan becomes Zillish to the inside. Fine. Creed's up to fourth now.
Larson in day 1-2. Sammy Smith has worked his way up to third, and from fourth on back, Creed, Quapple, and continuing to impress 99 Parker Retzlaff. Moved in the offseason and is driving now for Viking Motorsports, and boy, is he out of the gate strong in the campaign.
Yeah, Parker Retzlaff looks really good. Look at this battle we got for the lead right here, though. I got to think. These two guys out front battle
Yeah.
the other night in sprint cars.
Well, it seemed like the 54 was blocking the 00 too much, and it got to the point where, Creed pushed him into the corner, and then he got him Gray loose enough that he ended up hitting the wall, and Gray's done for the day. Yeah, that right front was cooked.
Check up just a little bit. It took off on him as he hit the bumps there, down into one. Front end started to bounce up the racetrack, and he just slipped in behind Larson as Sammy Smith is going to get to his inside off the floor here. This is going to really slow up his momentum, and Sammy's able to side draft, which he does. Uses the short distance down low right line. Sammy Smith, average running position 12.6 today, but he drives to the inside of Corey Day, and he's a runner-up behind Larson. Looks like he missed the bottom right there just a little bit.
Sheldon Creed's coming.
Almost got into the wall right there.
40 to go.
Yeah, Sammy Smith, awesome job today to put himself in the position he's in. Late in the race, you see Creed coming back into the picture after having a bad restart. Sammy's looking right here. 60 better. 3 to 4 races this season. The only time he didn't finish up inside the top 10 is when he had the tire problem running great at Atlanta. Been really good with that new crew chief Corey Shea, and great late in his final stage here today. See Kyle Larson on this restart. Parker mentioned the outside not having the momentum. Look at Kyle, gets a little contact right there with Alfredo. Never checks up, has the momentum on the outside. Brandon Jones held that inside line up just a little bit. Just perfect scenario for Kyle Larson right there. Larson in a similar situation as Sammy Smith, where he's just picked the best time of the day to get that car right. Had a great restart. Lap time actually looked pretty decent out of the 88. These guys racing is exactly what time needs. Just trying to slow everybody back down. They get side by side, lose a couple of tenths a lap. And they're slowing each other up. And if they look behind them,
38 to go.
but that black and orange car of Chase Briscoe has been the fastest car on the racetrack for a couple of laps now. He's catching this group pretty quickly. Running that high side down that 3 and 4, so if he gets there, none of these guys have been running up there.
Creed's going for third.
Isn't it funny that we came into the day thinking it would be the Larson and Briscoe show, and they both have had their issues, not a great average running position, but both in the top 5 late. Here's Creed making a move. He and Day just continuing to trade for third.
And it's been anything but normal for those two companies. You said it, kind of up and down days and haven't had dominant cars all day long, but it shows why they get to race on Sunday. They just work through it, continue to try to get those cars better. Restarts are where they capitalize. They do such a good job on the restarts to get the cars when they're side by side. So easy to capitalize in that moment.
Well, when you think about how you throw around at this track, 3 of the top 5 guys that made their upbringing in dirt, Larson, Day, and Briscoe. That's how they all started. And you saw a quick flash there of Jesse Love. Had the pit road problem, came down, fueled it, and lap 134, whatever it was, and now here he is inside the top 10.
Briscoe getting the outside of Corey Day. Zach, major side drafting there. Corey tries to move up. I believe this will be hard for the whole office. Briscoe's just got so much on that top side. It's been about the only car in the top 10 up there. He clears Corey, sets sail. Now focus on Sheldon Creed, who's in third. And look at the distance he gains on Corey Day with momentum off the high side.
Briscoe 2.2 seconds behind race leader Kyle Larson with 2 good ones in between. Sammy Smith and Sheldon Creed, second and third. It's time to go full throttle with Sound Gear. Wherever sound is a problem, Sound Gear has the solution. Scan the QR code to learn more at soundgear.com. Turn it up.
Oops, catching back up.
Entertaining race.
Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Loud movement at the front of the field. Early portion of this race dominated by Justin Allgaier. Swept the opening stages. He's led the most laps today. 48 out front and trying to get back up there as he passes Day for 5th. But right now it's his teammate in charge, Kyle Larson in the 88 with a half a second advantage over another team car from JRM, Sandy Smith in second. It's here now from Taylor Gray down to Dillon.
Yeah, he is out of the care center. So Sheldon said on the radio he felt like you blocked him one too many times. Do you feel like your level of aggression, whatever it was at that point in the race, was warranted on your behalf?
Yeah, I mean, we're racing at the start of the run, right? And I knew the 00 was better than me at the start of the run, but not significantly better, right? So, yeah, I mean, I think, throwing a block on him is fine, especially with 50 to go, and then just got wrecked. But can't thank everybody at Toyota Racing and Juggins Racing for building really fast race cars. We had a really fast operation there in Pajero Super, and just got to move on.
Thanks, Sam.
I think the point of the race is a big part of that as well, right? There's a lot of aggression with 50 to go, right? Unwarranted, unneeded. You can send that same message without ending someone's race, like Sheldon did there with Taylor Gray. And those blocks happen, and they happen often at tracks like this, where it's so important to try to keep track position. I think that was a step too far.
Well, Creed is the guy right now that's holding up Briscoe. Briscoe's been running that top line around the racetrack the whole time, and Creed saw him starting to catch, so he moved up, kind of maintained his lap times, but it slowed Briscoe down about a tenth and a half. If you watch, when we get down here into turn 22, Creed's been right against the wall, and he seems decent on this end of the racetrack. But 3 and 4, when he runs the top, he just can't generate the speed. Larson's kind of committed to that middle and the bottom. And his lap times, they're just up and down. It's like that car is right on the edge. He hits it just right. He has a good lap time. He's in the throttle right here. He's trying to get his nose down just half a car length from Sheldon Creed in front of him to get some air on the front of that. It makes such a difference.
All guys up to 5th, going for 4th.
Pretty quickly, and it's so frustrating when you're Chase Briscoe because you got that lane to yourself. You're able to use it to have a ton of speed, but the second someone goes up there as he tries to fight back to the outside of Allgaier, it just kills all your momentum when someone moves up in front of you, like Sheldon has, because it just takes away that clean lane. You can't quite go on the wall as well, and you don't have the same lap time that you had before.
Yeah, Allgaier's just fine with him running the top. He's like, you leave me the top on, and that's perfect for me.
Allgaier started strong, trying to finish it strong. 2 hiccups on pit road today for the 7 team have cost them some spots. But they overcame adversity to win last week. And we talked about Jesse Love and the issues that he's faced trying to get back up inside the top 8.
That's the 7th minute, clear the 19.
Is once again Allgaier hitting the line. Can he clear this time? Slides up in front of Briscoe. Allgaier now to the 4th position. And he's only roughly 2.5 seconds behind. So even though they've been racing, haven't lost a ton of time to race leader Kyle Larson.
Yeah, but as you watch Allgaier right there on the bottom, he's like it's super loose right there. Look, the run that 19 has back around the top. The 7 car doesn't look to have the speed that he had the first half of the race. They made that one adjustment, the balance got too loose, and it just doesn't seem like just doesn't have near the car the advantage he had over the field early on. He slid up in front of him last time around, couldn't maintain it. They'll continue to race for 4th. Jesse Love able to get by the 18 of William Sawalich, the reigning champ, up to 8th. And now for 2nd, here's Sheldon Creed. And this is the guy
Creed's up to 2nd.
I think Creed's been extremely good on the long run. He's been able to make his car work in a lot of different places. Briscoe's been the fastest car in the last couple of laps on that really high line, but we're going to see what the 00 can do now when he gets out. Has a little bit of clean air. As you see Larson's in traffic. Most likely he'll slow his lap times down. Just did 3/10 that last lap he slowed down.
There's by Ryan Sieg, who's had the problems today. Got the free pass in the last caution, but he's now a lap down once again.
And the key for Briscoe is when Sheldon wasn't there in front of him, he moved up once again. Even Allgaier moved up there to try and get a run on Sammy Smith to the outside. But Briscoe really is hoping that Sheldon would stay to the bottom in some respects down there, like he had when he passed Sammy Smith, but now we're on the top side of the
Briscoe's up to third, too.
Chase to be able to get the full potential from that outside.
Well, it just continues to get hotter outside. That's going to allow these guys to slide around a little bit more and search for grip.
Sammy Smith down to fifth now.
Better the later in the race we get. Like, it's not just the tires, it's about the later in the day we get, whether it's rubber getting laid down on the bottom of the racetrack. We've seen a couple of guys migrate to the top. Creed and Briscoe, the two of the faster cars on the racetrack. Larson's going to want that information, because if they start pitching him, obviously we know he's good at that, but he's going to have to work on that a lap or two before, 3 laps before, so he can get his timing down.
What about the race leader, Dylan?
Well, it's been interesting to follow their progression all day. I spoke to Marty Lindley at the start of the day, and he said, Kyle wants to get in here and dominate this race. And you remember the last time he said that was at Bristol last year when he led like 90% of the laps, won the race. Well, it hasn't been that kind of day for sure. They've worked on this thing all day, and they had some setup ideas based on what Marty did with Zillage last year in this car. And Marty said, look, even if we don't get it exactly right, one thing we know about Kyle, he's going to figure it out. And with time and laps, he has done that here, and he's the leader with 20 to go, but has some hard chargers behind him, kid.
And behind him is Sheldon Creed running in that second position for the second straight week, kind of in a position where he could contend for the win. Remember, after last week's race, he said that win in Atlanta has taken so much weight off his shoulders, and he approaches his end race situations in a much different headspace. He's way more calm, he's more thorough in his decision making, but right now still kind of battling some of the same things he's battled all race long. Loose in, tight center, loose off. He said clean hand though is absolutely king, Dylan.
Chase Briscoe is starting to get it wound up again in the 19 car. Remember what he said to me earlier in the race, that I just want to have fun and try and get a top 10 out of this run. Well, he has done that for sure. He's been the
lap
show so
car.
far today. You remember when he was a full-time driver in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series?
Can go for second.
Races here in 2020. He knows what he needs to get the job done. Racing Creed for second now.
How about Mason Maggio? What are you going to do here? They split him and drive around him. Briscoe up the second around the 0-0.
And it was a huge moment for Chase Briscoe, because he's been one of the fastest cars, if not the fastest car on the racetrack for consecutive laps, but just couldn't quite get by Sheldon Creed. He needed an opportunity where Sheldon went to the bottom. That happened going by the lapper there of Mason Maggio. This opens up the chance for Chase to try and run down Larson. He's been at times 2.5 tenths faster than Larson running against the wall.
But he did that lap, passing lap cars. You know, so if he gets his timing down and have to deal with all that, it's fun to watch the 19, see if he can make that happen. Larson responded that last lap with a little better lap time. But Briscoe was using, all of the racetrack right now.
That was impressive to me, Jamie. When he got to fifth, he was 2.5 seconds back. He's dealt with all this traffic. He's up to second, and he's 2.3 seconds back. So, you know, if now he's in that position where he can gain some ground.
Jesse Love going for seventh on Carson Quapple.
Out in front of him.
Way faster that time. 3 tenths there for Chase Briscoe than Kyle Larson. So just in that lap alone, cut it down to 2 seconds.
Think about the 19 earlier in the race. He spent 16 laps a lap down. He smoked the wall at one point. We thought maybe he was done. And he has that car's beat to death on the right-hand side, but he is wheeling it right now.
Hey, but I said this earlier. It's a team effort. And when you get, out of balance on strategy, you lose a lap, you got to play the game. Seth Chaffee has done an unbelievable job taking the weight around, managing the limited tires, and so on. And that's what put him in position to pounce here late. 16 laps to go. Larson working around the lapper of Jeremy Clements. 2.2 seconds, the advantage over Briscoe.
It's incredible. Kyle is just committed to the bottom. Even when Briscoe's been able to run a faster lap time, which you know they're conveying to Kyle Larson. They're giving him his lap time and the second place guy Briscoe's lap time, and he's committed to the bottom.
Yeah, once he gets the lead, it's game over. It's a game
Austin Green. Kyle, though, he's just hooking that white line all the way around. Briscoe also
had a terrible lap right there, most likely from some lap traffic.
Yeah, it's been 2 laps in a row for Chase. After he had that big lap, he gained 3/10 on Larson. The last 2 laps have not gone the same way. And the only fear I have for Chase is just how much he's abused that car. Big slide off the 4, had it running traffic, had him on the outside.
Like, how is he not catching his?
Who's now had this clean air for so many laps, been able to run the bottom, stay disciplined and committed down there. We'll see if he can find some more speed in that 19 once again.
Saw Kyle make a little adjustment through turns 1 and 2. These guys running completely different lines. Look at that. Larson all the way on the bottom. You see putting that left front on the paint. The car right behind him's on the right, running as high as he can. Oh, that lap car. Clements is going to crush this lap time right here. Not going to have any momentum. Look at that. No momentum on the exit.
There's no margin for error when you fall into the hole, and when you consider everything they've dealt with, the run today would be outstanding. Certainly not over yet. 13 laps to go, and don't rule out. There's been a heavy day as far as caution flags, 8 of them. Don't rule out a caution and a late restart. The last thing Kyle Larson wants to see is he drifts coming to 12 to go. And you think about how busy he is. We talked about the sprint car side, racing the last 2 nights. He'll do it again tonight at the dirt track. And then back here tomorrow, qualified inside the top 10 earlier today. He'll go for his 4th victory in NASCAR.
It is game over for the.
Vegas tomorrow afternoon.
He never ceases to amaze me.
The race is not. Oh, dude, can't you see the leaderboard on your screen? The race is not even close to being over yet. They were having a good day today.
Yeah, the one thing that stuck out to me over the last 4 or 5 laps, 10 laps, Larson has been able to get through the lap traffic better. Briscoe's faster lap time wise, but the penalty, Briscoe has to run the high side of the track. And if someone's in front of him, he has to follow them through that set of corners and then pass on the straightaway, where Larson's been able to manage through traffic a little better. A lot of the lap cars have given him the bottom, which is playing like lap time wise, Briscoe's quicker. But Larson keeps opening the gap up because the deficit that Briscoe has in lap traffic is huge. Oh, there's a car to the wall right in front of those guys. Is it going to bring a caution out? Right in front of Corey Day.
LeVar Scott. Oh, wow, it's the 26th.
He's not on the apron. We'll see if he can bring it back and what NASCAR decides to do.
Yeah, it's a right front tire down. It almost looked like some sort of motor. Yeah, initially. The tire went down in 1 and 2. He was able to get off the racetrack.
He was running 16th, and the bad luck for Sam Hunt Racing continues. Harrison Burton, 17th in the running order right now. As Larson comes by, thankful there's been no caution, 9 laps to go.
And Larson 100% does not want to see a caution right now. He does not want Briscoe to line up on his outside for a green-white checkered or 4 or 5 lap shootout. I just can't believe the job he's done today. I know we talk about his ability, but he's taken a 4th or 5th place car and has put himself in a position to win right here. And it hasn't been by being overly aggressive. It's just taking your time, making the right decisions. That guy on the right, Marty Lindley, he was so confident earlier today when I talked to him. He's done an awesome job. All those wins.
All right. 8 laps to go in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts race at Las Vegas. Kyle Larson somehow managed to get the lead on the last restart, and he's just sailing away. Yeah, once he got the lead, it was game over for the field. The only thing that can stop him is a caution, but even those don't help either. Yeah, I agree with. Oh wow, it's a Corey Day brushed the wall.
That's the battle for 7th.
And Day's run better than this all day long, and then actually got to the lead at one point. But this last run just has not lined up with him. Saw him get into the wall a little bit off turn 4. They gave lead one way in that car. See with Max,
Yeah, he's got a lot of ill-handling cars out there. Not all of them, but a good handful of them. Alfredo's hitting.
And Larson is like, come on, bud, hang on to it.
5 to go. No. Oh, it's 6 to go. Sorry.
Perhaps his teammates' chances here. Quasi-teammate, Hendrick Motorsports, Junior Motorsports.
That was pretty good contact that time. Almost looked like he hit the right front and the right rear. Spotter, crew chief did come off the radio.
5 to go.
Slow down just a bit. Well, he wasn't afraid, I guess, from the first time. Outside. I think it's one of the things he has immense car control. I see how Corey Day, but I think what he's learning in these cars and putting his notebook is when you heat up the right rear in these cars, you got to give it a chance to recover.
Yeah, I agree with everyone out there. Yeah, Raja Cruz needs to be full-time in that car. Yeah, I agree with the other folks out there. 4 to go.
2/10 faster than Kyle Larson last time, but just a bit too far back.
And look at Larson, the last 3 times he started a race for someone other than Hendrick Motorsports. He wins in the 88 for JR and the Watkins win in 2022. Got it done in that thrilling finish at Darlington, driving for Colleague a few years ago. And last season in for Connor Zillich when he was injured.
3 to go. This time by.
And he's hanging on to it here with 3 laps to go in Las Vegas. He's trying to stay undefeated in the 88 car.
Well, I think it's safe to say he's going to take it, guys. I think Kyle Larson's going to be okay in his career. He's pretty special. Yeah, he's hanging on to this thing. He's got a 3-second lead. He's almost spun out of the right. He's trying to stay forward. Just got to take it. Bang. Sometimes I think he does that for our benefit, right? Yeah, I'm going to put on a show. I'm stressed out for him. It's almost like watching SVG at the road course.
2 to go.
Slides on the corner late in the race, but he's got a big lead.
2 to go for Larson. 2.5 seconds in front of Briscoe. Working a little bit of traffic, and now he just wants to get through another half a lap or so to get to that white flag. Doesn't want any overtime restarts here. Working around Brennan Poole. Off the track.
All right, white flag. 1 to go.
Taking his time right here. Obviously, letting Brennan Poole come up there.
Well, the overtime chances are out the window now.
One bank for what's ahead. Wasn't the best car when the day began, but he continued to work on it. Crew chief never lost confidence, and in the final stage, he turned it up. 5 races in 2026. Gonna be 5 different winners. 3 victories in a row for Junior Motorsports.
Checkered flag. Kyle Larson wins at Las Vegas. Wow. Yeah, he won the race on that restart, and it was game over.
Marty Lindley, he lives in South Carolina and makes the drive every day to Mooresville, North Carolina to work at Junior Motorsports. Gets another victory. Had that magical campaign a year ago with Connor Zillich.
Called his shot earlier today.
At least Gibbs gets their first top 5 finish of the year, team-wise. I feel like Creed had a shot at that. If those drivers hadn't stayed out, who knows? Creed could have had a shot at the 88. I know Corey Day could have had a shot to win too. But let's face it, Cup guys aren't gonna. Let's face it, the Cup guys in the lower series, they're not gonna go away anytime soon. Just deal with it. Hate to throw the cold water at you all, but it's the truth. And yeah, again, I agree. Raja Cruz should be in that car full time. But then again, we're grateful he has a full-time ride in general. So, dang, Chevy's won the first 5 races of the season, 5 different winners. Wow.
I'm really hoping that Olin runs out with that Corey Day t-shirt or sweatshirt on again right now. That would be epic.
It's 5 wins for Junior Motorsports here in Las Vegas, matching Joe Gibbs Racing and Richard Childress Racing.
for most all time.
Allgaier led the most laps.
Briscoe second. Creed, another top 5. Allgaier, after winning both stages, finishes 4th. Sammy Smith was 5th. 3 JRM Chevys inside the top 5. Led once again by Kyle Larson, Kim.
Yeah, Kyle Larson notching his second victory in this series here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And during pre-race, his young son Cooper said, "You just need to go faster, Dad. You did that, but you didn't run away with the lead until the second half of the race." What was the difference between the first half and the second for you?
I finally remembered what he told me and decided to go faster. But no, my car.
There's Owen. What sweatshirt is he wearing? Let's see.
We actually did a great job today. It was cool seeing lead laps. Yeah, no, my car was not handling the best at all. I was just super tight, loaded. And I couldn't carry any speed through the corners, and I was just getting ate up on restarts, and I mean, really the whole run. But yeah, that last restart, we had some guys stay out, and had a good launch. Was able to get to the middle and get some clean air, and then I think just me being able to kind of run the line allowed by front tires.
Sorry for no poll today. I'll do a voting poll tomorrow.
My car to be okay on the long run, I think helped. So yeah, I was a bit nervous. I knew the 00 and Briscoe were sound like ripping the top, and I tried it like once and 1 2, and I didn't feel good.
Yeah, the 19 and 00 used up their stuff.
But yeah, thanks to HinderCars.com, Junior Motorsports, Mr. A.
I'm sure a lot of people would rather have Sammy Smith win this race over Larson. Oh well. Again, Cup guys in the lower series, it's not going to go away anytime soon. I know a lot of people were wishing otherwise, but that's just how it is. Congrats to the win, Larson, I guess. I don't hate the guy. Don't hate him, obviously, but it's just that some of these regulars deserve that win more than they do. If y'all got a problem with Raja splitting full-time season between two teams, why don't you folks ask him? It's not that hard to do. I mean, I understand where everyone's coming from, but you get what I'm saying. I wasn't expecting to see as many cautions today. I was expecting to see so many cautions today as I thought there was only going to be like a few, but there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There were 8 cautions for 42 laps. I was expecting less than 5 cautions, at least 3 or 4. But despite that, it was a good race. There was some good racing, and we saw 3 and 4 wide here and there. We saw drivers sliding everywhere.
Some medicines only treat the lows or highs.
So
treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke.
So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna take a look at the results anyway. Larson the winner, Briscoe second, Sheldon Creed third, Justin Allgaier fourth, Sammy Smith fifth, Jesse Love sixth, Connor Zoe seventh, Corday eighth, William Swalch ninth, Austin Hill 10th. Of course, Carson Kvapil, my top pick, gets cucked out of the top 10, but whatever. Parker Retzlaff 12th, good day for him. Daniel Dye is the highest finishing Ford driver. Kyle Sieg 14th. And Josh Williams, after missing the last 2 races, finishes 16th. And see, I had a feeling out of all the Cup regulars, Cole Custer was going to be the weakest link. Roger Cruz 19th. And here's the rest of the field. Man, Chandler Smith, Taylor Gray, Nick Sanchez all had rough days, and Sam Mayer. So, yep, that's going to do it for this live stream. So, with that said, I'll see you tomorrow for the IndyCar race at Arlington, the Java House Grand Prix at Arlington. That should be fun. Can't wait. to see what it delivers. I hope this track is worth it to be on the schedule next year. And with that, I will see you all tomorrow. All right, have a good rest of your day, and I'll see y'all then. All right, bye everyone. Peace out.